The scene begins on a day when monsters suddenly appeared in the human world, wreaking havoc and causing widespread destruction. A broadcast provided live updates via helicopter, when suddenly, a colossal, rock-like structure emerged from the ground. This towering edifice was known as the Tutorial Tower. The tower selected a few individuals and drew them inside. Only 20% of those chosen, based on their age and physical condition, would survive the trials within and be rewarded with special abilities, becoming hunters, the last hope for humanity. The scene then shifts to 12 years later, after the Tutorial Tower had been cleared for the first time. A young hunter emerged from the tower, greeted as a hero by the public and supported by nations worldwide. Hunters formed associations and guilds to collaborate and assist each other in their operations. The scene transitions to a broadcast where an anchor named Lee introduces some guests for the program. They gather and share information related to the hunters, providing updates and insights to the audience. She welcomed the 3 top guild leaders of South Korea: Han, Seoi Lee, and Kim. The show was extremely popular and garnered widespread attention. Lee mentioned rumors about an advanced player who had been living in the Tutorial Tower, and she asked if the guild leaders were familiar with this player. Han responded that it seemed the player was still alive and well. Seoi Lee explained that everyone knew about him since they had all been together when they were first taken to the Tutorial Tower as the first generation of hunters. Lee was astonished to hear that a player had been in the tower for 12 years. Kim revealed that the advanced player had been cursed, which had sent him back to the first floor after clearing the dungeon. Lee then understood the implications. She noted that the tower was known as a place where hunters trained to clear dungeons and gain special abilities. If someone had been doing this for 12 years, they would be exceptionally powerful. Han shared an account of a hunter who had witnessed the advanced player complete a total of 100 floors in a single day, highlighting the player's extraordinary strength compared to others. The scene shifts to the 100th floor of the tower, where some hunters were fleeing in terror from a monster. Yet one man remained standing resolute. Before him loomed Balgor, the final monster. People had been talking about the advanced player and speculated that if he were an S-rank hunter, he could easily obliterate a mountain. Others shared their own experiences. One claimed to have seen the advanced player and insisted he wasn't entirely human. Another reported that with a single kick, Lin could destroy the 10th floor of the tower. As the advanced player faced Balgor, he delivered a powerful kick, defeating the monster effortlessly. He then realized that he was running out of new challenges to conquer. The boy reflected on how he had entered the Tutorial Tower 12 years ago when it first appeared. Towers in different continents shared the same content, and many countries had tried to educate their people about them. Despite these efforts, only a small fraction of hunters managed to clear the Tutorial Tower. Nearly 70 out of every 95 individuals did not survive. The boy paused his recollections and noted that this was his 1,349th clear. As he stepped through the portal, he found himself on the first floor and announced that the 1,350th round had begun, though he yearned to go home. He checked his profile and saw that nothing had changed. He remembered coming to the tower 12 years earlier with a group, defeating the boss on the 100th floor and receiving praise for his efforts. However, as they exited the portal, he found himself alone on the first floor. He soon realized that he had been cursed by the tower, preventing him from leaving. Initially bewildered, he began to clear the dungeon repeatedly, training rigorously and assisting beginners. Despite his efforts, he could not endure hearing about the outside world. With no other choice, he dedicated himself to clearing the tower over and over again. 12 years passed in this endless cycle. He noticed that the loop was finally broken and felt a surge of excitement, anticipating that after clearing the next tower, he might finally be able to return home. The scene shifts to a broadcast featuring the 3 guild leaders and Lee. She asks if anyone might be able to break the current record for clearing the tower, which stands at 10 months. Seoi Lee replies that it would be difficult. Kim adds that it depends on the individual's ability, while An points out that the main challenges arise after the 51st floor. The scene transitions to Lin, who is clearing the dungeons with remarkable speed. He soon reaches the boss on the 100th floor and defeats it effortlessly. Outside the tower, there is a vast open area with only an observation tower. The portal from the tower opens, and a man instructs his team to be ready with the list of survivors. When only one boy emerges, the man approaches him to offer congratulations. However, he notices that the boy, Hai, is not paying attention. Hai, overjoyed to be outside, finally introduces himself. The man searches through his records and finds Hai's name at the top of the list. Realizing that Hai is the advanced player, he confirms the boy's identity. It is officially verified that Hai is indeed the legendary advanced player. After 1 week, a large crowd gathered at a location where a reporter announced that the 18th generation hunters would undergo their first grade assessment. This assessment was extra special as it followed a world record time for completion, which had been shattered by 2 weeks. The report also mentioned that the advanced player would be participating in the assessment. In the tutorial VIP waiting room, Han, Seoi Lee, and Kim were waiting and discussing whether Hai would actually appear. Kim confirmed that Hai was the only advanced player they knew of. They were all aware that the physical appearance of hunters did not change while inside the tower. Han was particularly excited to see Hai. The host announced that the grade assessment would begin in 5 minutes and instructed the survivors to prepare for their exams. Except for Lin, everyone got ready, as Lin was preoccupied with eating food, which he soon finished. Lin then inquired about the equipment they were supposed to wear. Finally, the gate opened, revealing the Seoul Tutorial Center's grade assessment labyrinth. David welcomed everyone, introduced himself, and announced that it was time to start the grade assessment exam. David explained the details of the assessment but noted that it wasn't a particularly challenging entrance exam. The authorities wanted the participants to gain experience and showcase their talents. He pressed a button, and a complex, man-made labyrinth emerged, filled with various obstacles for the hunters. David instructed them to use their skills as the exam began. All the beginners rushed into the labyrinth. David observed that they were disciplined and considered their initial approach crucial. Hai approached David and asked if it mattered how he reached the exit. David was taken aback, wondering if Hai was a trainee, noting the absence of his equipment and his lack of seriousness about the exam. David agreed but questioned if Hai was joking. Hai dismissed the formalities and suggested that others handle the speeches. Lin then made a bet of 1,000,000 won, claiming he could reach the exit in 20 seconds, and asked if David was intimidated. David responded with a challenge of 10,000,000 won. Lin accepted and charged towards a wall. He thought about how the daily payout for hunters was 10,000,000 won, making this amount seem enormous. Lin punched the wall with force, determined to prove his point. Everyone watched intently as Hai performed, and Han was also uncertain about Hai's actions. Lin charged at the wall and punched it with tremendous force, breaking through. He emerged at the exit and announced that it was a new route he had created. The spectators were stunned by Lin's display and wondered what had just happened. Han remarked on Hai's recklessness, while Lin was amazed at how easily he earned 1,000,000 won. He then speculated whether the arena would require him to pay for the damage he caused. The next day, during a live broadcast on Hunter magazine, a man inquired whether the magazine had received a list of hunters undergoing the grade assessment and if they were excited about the sales figures for the month. The interviewer asked if the buzz was due to the advanced player. The boy revealed that the advanced player's identity was concealed and asked if there were any other notable participants. The interviewer confirmed that Kang was a strong backup choice. The scene shifts to Kang, who is about to confront the boss on the 100th floor. He reminisces about Hai, who had previously been infuriatingly effective, effortlessly defeating monsters and stealing Kang's spotlight. Returning to the present day, Kang is administering the assessment test. The exam is temporarily halted when the wall is broken, causing the survivors to wait in the rest area for further instructions. In the press room at the grade assessment site, people are astonished by the situation and spot Hai in slippers, noting that he is emerging as a rising star. In the waiting room, Hai was relaxing while others discussed the recent explosion, with rumors circulating that the advanced player was responsible. Kang believed he still had a chance to excel. An announcement was made, stating that the exam would restart in 15 minutes and instructing everyone to prepare. Kang thought that regardless of whether Hai was truly the advanced player, he lacked the experience and skill that Kang possessed. Kang proceeded to the monster wave assessment, where he efficiently defeated the monsters within the allotted time, earning praise and achieving the highest score. Soon after, Hai was called for the monster wave assessment. Despite feeling exhausted, he prepared for the test. Observers were curious if he was indeed the advanced player. Han wondered if they would see how Hai's fighting style had evolved. Hai had 120 seconds to complete the test. As the countdown ended, monsters began to appear and the test commenced. Hai swiftly kicked a monster, showcasing his formidable power. The authorities were astounded by his speed, as he moved so quickly that even the camera struggled to keep up. Han observed that Hai was not using magic. Instead, he relied on his physical strength to punch and defeat the monsters. When the 120 seconds concluded, it was revealed that Hai had killed a total of 248 monsters. The live stream was flooded with appreciative comments praising Hai's performance. Meanwhile, Kang, infuriated by Hai's superior results despite his own intense training, smashed his phone and threw it against the wall in frustration. After the test, Alice presented Hai with a list of guilds eager to meet him. She congratulated him on his return after 12 years and informed him that many things had changed in the meantime. With the increased risks, the rewards would be greater. The guilds were now actively recruiting skilled hunters to form teams, tackle challenges, and secure substantial rewards. As Hai reviewed the list, he suddenly felt hungry. Alice, noticing his confusion, asked why he seemed unsettled. Hai responded that she, being the chief of the information division, should be aware of the details. Alice revealed that she had personal reasons for being there and wanted to share something with the advanced player. She presented a file, which contained a contract from the Red Guild outlining the members' rights and duties. She instructed Hai to focus on the section regarding the signing bonus. Hai was astonished when he saw the amount listed. Alice asked him how he felt about holding a contract worth 10 billion won. Hai was shocked by the sum, realizing the gravity of the offer and its implications. Hai asked Alice when the value of their currency had dropped so significantly, wondering if they had experienced hyperinflation similar to Zimbabwe. Alice explained that while the currency's value had fallen due to monsters, there was no financial crisis. Instead, the price of land had skyrocketed. She showed him the figures, revealing that the price had risen from 300 million to 1.3 billion. Despite the increase, Alice assured him that the 10 billion won signing bonus was secure. She also mentioned that the Ares Guild was willing to offer twice the current signing bonus if he renewed his contract with them at the end of the term. Additionally, he would be able to share the spoils he acquired in the labyrinths with the guild, with a distribution ratio favoring him. Hai inquired if handling guild contracts was part of an information officer's job. Alice explained that she had personal reasons for being involved, and the Ares Guild had insisted that she present the offer to him. Hai found it troubling and suspected it might be illegal. He stated firmly that he had no intention of signing with any guild. Alice seemed surprised, thinking he was joking, but Hai reiterated his seriousness. He preferred not to join a guild. Afterward, he retired to a room, contemplating the situation. He suspected that the enormous offers were driven by ulterior motives and was wary of the intentions behind such lucrative proposals. Hai decided to rest and reflected on his departure from the tower. Alice asked him once more if he was truly uninterested in joining a guild. He affirmed his disinterest, mentioning that he had heard about hunters who worked alone. Alice explained that it was nearly impossible for inexperienced hunters to navigate the labyrinth alone. She advised him to reach out if he ever changed his mind, reminding him that she had already given him her contact card. Hai resolved to learn more about mercenary hunters and reviewed a list of guilds and their leaders, noticing that some of his friends' names were included. 5 days later, Hai was at a Japanese restaurant with his friends, marveling at how much they had changed. Han repeatedly asked how many times Hai would ask about their past. Hai reminisced about their time together 12 years ago, recalling a particular incident where Kim had hidden behind him. As they enjoyed their meal, Hai expressed his joy at reconnecting with them and wondered how he had survived in the tower without such delicious food. They reminisced about their past adventures, including their battle with a merman on the 70th floor. Han shared that he had been skeptical about the urban legends claiming Hai had escaped the tower. Hai was curious about these legends. Lee revealed that Hai had become a celebrity, and Kim added that they had seen Hai's exploits on TV. They mentioned infamous moments, such as Hai defeating a boss with a bizarre dance, and inquired about what Hai had been up to during his time in the tower. Hai explains that he only wanted to see if he could defeat the boss through dancing and find a way to escape from the tower. Han, having observed Hai's performance in the assessment test, realizes just how strong Hai truly is, confirming the stories he had heard. Lin advises him to try and get stuck in the tower and assures him that they will explore every possible option. He reflects on whether his student will be all right and reveals that he once helped a hunter whose generation he did not know. At that time, he was fixated on the idea of martial arts, so he trained the boy in that discipline. As Han wonders about the martial art, Hai explains that he believed he might escape the tower using it. Hai then recounts how he trained the boy and asks his friends about the changes in the outside world over the past 12 years. After their conversation, Hai returns to his room to rest and notices he has received no new messages. He is surprised to see that his age is now displayed as 24 instead of 36. Determined to improve his situation, he decides to earn money and live a decent life. Noting that the endless loop option has been removed, he discovers that he now needs to defeat 3 dungeon bosses to meet the minimum requirements. A guard knocked on the door and informed Hai that representatives from the Ares Guild had arrived to discuss a contract. Hai replied that he wasn't interested. The guard hesitated, suggesting that Hai come out to speak with them directly. Lin sensed that the representatives wouldn't stop coming until Hai agreed. The guard mentioned that they were waiting in the lounge on the first floor. When Lin arrived and directly refused the contract, he found that the representative was Kang, the manager of the Ares Guild. Kang questioned whether Hai could make progress as a true hunter and attempted to intimidate him. Hai responded rudely, which only fueled Kang's anger. A second man intervened, calming Kang and advising Hai not to be foolish, suggesting that Hai didn't fully understand the Ares Guild. Hai remarked that the Ares Guild was a corrupt organization. He recalled a conversation with his friends where he learned about dungeon admission tickets. Kim had revealed that the Ares Guild monopolized 66% of all the country's dungeons. Lee added that A-rank dungeons were ideal for farming, while D-rank dungeons were meant for beginners. She had heard that Ares Guild was financially powerful, with substantial resources. They either had to purchase the expensive admission tickets or become Ares members, who were forced into choosing between these two options. As Hai finished recounting this, Kang, frustrated, slammed his hand on the table, breaking it. The other man warned Hai not to think he could simply run away from them, reminding him that they had their own operatives. He advised Hai to be cautious regarding the offer. Kang told Hai that he didn't seem to fully grasp the situation, questioning how he thought he could stand against an A-rank hunter like him. Hai calmly took off his slipper and invited Kang to come at him. Enraged, Kang attempted to attack, but Hai struck him in the face with the slipper, sending him crashing into the wall. Kang was visibly shocked. Kang recalled watching Hai fight during the monster wave and was puzzled by Hai's reaction to the lady Kang had sent. He wondered how things had gone so wrong, especially since Hai wasn't even using magic yet was still incredibly strong. Hai advanced towards Kang, expressing his disdain for those who threatened him. Kang appeared terrified as Hai struck him as well. That night, Kim visited Hai and told him that he had gone too far. Kim warned that the Ares Guild was relentless, known for holding grudges and sending threats to prevent others from joining rival guilds. They might even kill him in the labyrinths without leaving any trace. Hai acknowledged the brutality of the situation. Kim agreed, adding that Hai's actions had been equally harsh and offered him a chance to join his guild. Hai stated that he wasn't considering joining any guild at the moment and intended to put that decision on hold. Kim asked what trouble Hai was planning to cause this time. Hai revealed that he had some personal matters to attend to and inquired if Kim had heard of Aderon's laboratory. He recalled being trapped in the tower for 12 years and expressed his intention to find and punish the person responsible for his ordeal, believing there must be a significant reason behind it. Kim questioned why Hai was asking about the laboratory all of a sudden. Hai realized that Kim must know something about it. Kim explained that Aderon's laboratory was located in either a C or C- rank dungeon, making it a suitable place for beginners to strengthen their skills. Hai mentioned that he planned to conduct some business there. Kim expressed uncertainty about whether that was allowed, noting that Ares Guild held exclusive rights to the dungeons, including Aderon's laboratory. Shocked, Hai asked if there were any government regulations to prevent such monopolies. Kim revealed that no government officials were overseeing the hunters, and hunters had no voting power. He noted that only a few individuals managed to become hunters. Hai compared the situation to murder. Kim explained that, due to the dangers of dungeons, deaths were often marked as accidental by the police. On the surface, Ares Guild managed things by imposing heavy taxes to ensure no outsiders interfered. Hai decided to sneak in, but Kim warned him that there were always guards stationed there. Lin chose to approach from the front. Kim cautioned that Hai would become an enemy of Ares if he proceeded as planned, and detailed how Ares Guild was expanding its influence. The scene shifts to Ares Guild, where a man inquires about the latest updates. He is informed that expansion into China will take 5 months, Russia 8 months, and Japan 7 months. Hugh remarks that this isn't bad at all, emphasizing the importance of staying one step ahead of the competition. He likens it to farming monster skills. It's not about being faster than the dungeon boss, but being faster than the person next to you. He instructs them to keep a close watch. The man then presents the analysis of Kim's projected stat level as requested by Hugh. Hugh reviews the report and asks if the data is accurate. Bion confirms it is. Hugh then inquires if they have recruited the boy. Bion replies that Kang approached him, but the boy declined. Hugh speculates that recruiting him could be profitable but also risky, as the boy might be dissatisfied and come after his position. He describes the situation as a poison apple, appearing appealing but fraught with potential problems. After this discussion, Bion leaves, and a boy arrives with a problem concerning Aderon's laboratory. The scene shifts to Cheonbo Mountain in Uijeongbu, where a girl is being denied entry until she purchases a dungeon admission ticket. She protests, stating there are no other places to hunt. The man suggested that the girl could enter the labyrinth for free, where she would encounter low-rank monsters. A second man warned her that she might get killed there. The first man pointed out that she neither had the skills nor the money, yet she still wanted to take the easy route. Despite this, she continued to plead with them. The first man said he wouldn't break the rules, but if he took a closer look at her situation, he might reconsider. He asked for her contact information, promising that he might let her in afterward. At this moment, Hai arrived dressed casually, prompting the boy to tell him to leave, saying it wasn't a place for casual visits. Hai explained that he had business inside the dungeon. The man replied that it wasn't a playground, but a real dungeon filled with monsters. Hai retorted, saying that was exactly why he came, as he had some business to attend to in the dungeon. He then questioned the man's intelligence. The man mocked Hai's appearance and questioned his identity. In response, Hai removed his slipper and told him not to underestimate him. Angered, the man crossed the line, and Hai, in turn, hit him so hard with the slipper that he fell. Hai then demanded that the man's companion give him his shoes, warning him that he would end up in the same situation if he refused. Terrified, the man complied. Hai discovered that the shoes seemed heavy, as if made of iron, yet they were surprisingly weightless. The man, distressed, explained that the shoes were worth 5 million. Hai gave his spare shoes to the boy and headed inside. The girl also left the scene. The scene then shifts to Kim and Lee. Lee is furious upon learning that Kim let Hai go. She questions how Kim could have allowed this and how he plans to handle the situation. Kim asks if Lee was Hai's boyfriend. Lee instructs Kim to focus on the issue at hand and expresses frustration that Kim should know how the Aries Guild operates. Kim explains that he had already warned Hai, but Hai had not heeded the warning. Kim then asks if Lee believes that anyone could stop Hai. Lee does not respond directly, but questions if this implies that Hai is now an enemy of the Aries Guild. Kim agrees, at least from Hai's perspective. He believes that Hai wouldn't have caused problems if he were alone, but if anyone crosses him, Hai will reveal his true self. Kim also shares with Lee what he discussed with Hai, leaving her surprised by the revelation. The scene shifts to the dungeon where Hai has entered. The main boss of the dungeon, preoccupied with thoughts of his subjects, finds that they are missing. Meanwhile, a group of 3 hunters is hiding, planning to ambush the monster. When Hai confronts the boss, the creature decides to use Hai as an experimental subject. The scene shifts to 12 years ago. People became aware of Hai and instructed him not to disclose anything to his parents, telling him to remain silent about what the man had said unless directly asked. After Hai's parents died in an accident, he was sent to a children's home, where all his belongings were stolen. Since then, Hai has harbored a deep grudge against anyone who tries to take what is rightfully his. The scene then returns to the present, where the boss of the C-rank dungeon is contemplating where to conduct an experiment and allows Hai to choose the starting point. Hai responds by telling the boss to stop, then strikes him with his slipper in a single, powerful blow. The 3 hunters, who are observing, are shocked by this display of strength. Hai notes that he has completed his task and mentions that his next destination is the village in the woodlands. The 3 hunters refer to Hai as the advanced player. The scene shifts to the Aries Guild, where the head of management, Wu, learns about the situation. Bayan informs him that Hyuk requested to know this information privately. Wu admits that he does not have all the details. He then reviews Hai's profile, discussing his abilities and accomplishments. It was noted that Pado was a new guild from China, established 2 years ago, and had gained control over half of the dungeons. The guild leader had only been out of the tower for 4 years, and all the high-ranking members were renowned for their monstrous abilities. The leader's identity remained concealed from the world. Wu reassured Bayan not to worry about Hai, stating that, as they were preoccupied with Pado Guild, they didn't have time for someone like Hai. Wu was examining Hai's profile on his smartphone and marveled at the details. Meanwhile, Hai took a photo of Kim, planning to use it for gaming. Kim thought that providing the photo to Hai would keep him in contact, but Hai had been fixated on the phone for 3 hours straight. Kim explained that the village in the woodlands was managed by his guild, but currently there were no monsters. When Hai asked why, Kim elaborated that, unlike the tutorial tower where monsters regenerate within a day, this dungeon had a different cycle. Normal monsters reappeared constantly, but if the boss was defeated, it would take a month for the monsters to regenerate. Hai was shocked by this information. Kim informed Hai that the boss had been defeated 4 weeks ago, so Hai would only need to wait 2 to 3 days for monsters to reappear. Hai then inquired about the swamp in view. Kim admitted he wasn't sure, but suggested that Hai might find some information if he looked around. Kim then asked when Hai planned to register for a grade at the Hunters Association. Hai asked what that entailed. Kim explained that it would be beneficial for Hai, as he would gain access to association-sponsored facilities and financial support. Surprised, Hai asked how much he could earn from this. Kim explained that to receive such benefits, Hai would need to demonstrate significant results within 2 or 3 months. For a B-grade hunter, the earnings would be around 1.3 million won, with the potential to increase, as Kim himself was earning 7 million won a month. Hai was eager to register immediately, but Kim informed him that the registration was closed and advised him to try the next day. The next day, they both arrived at the association's Ability Measuring Center. A man at the desk asked for Hai's name for registration. When he heard Husa, he inquired if who had escaped after 12 years. The man remarked that even visitors had come to inquire about Hai. He then explained that he would check Hai's data and asked him to hold the Eye of Truth box, which would display his status and determine his hunter grade. As the status was revealed, the man initially expected a B grade or B+. However, he was stunned to see that all of Hai's abilities were rated A, which was considered impossible. News of this spread quickly, and many people commented online, expressing their jealousy towards Hai. Later, Hai and Kim traveled by car. Hai remarked that it didn't take long for people to find out what had happened. Kim warned Hai to be cautious of the Aries Guild, as they were very powerful and could cause trouble for him. Kim noticed that Hai wasn't paying much attention, as he was engrossed in watching a video. Hai showed Kim the video, which featured a character on the game's loading screen making ridiculous poses. Hai was amused and made fun of the hunter's appearance. Kim then revealed that the character in the video was actually him. Hai was momentarily taken aback and questioned why Kim seemed to have so much free time despite Han and Lee being so busy. Kim explained that although he was a guild leader and busy himself, he made time to help Hai. The scene shifts to Bian, who is astonished to learn of Hai's A-grade status. He realizes why the branch manager is eager to take care of him. Wu arrives and mentions that he has contacted Sin. Bian inquires if Sin is the one about to reach S rank in China. Wu confirms that Sin would be the perfect person to handle Hai. Hai and Kim arrive at the village in the woodlands, and Hai wonders why no one is stopping them from entering. Kim explains that the village is owned by him. They reach the dungeon in the middle of the night, a time when the boss is about to regenerate. As they proceed inside, they are unaware that a man is following them, hiding and observing. Hai inquired about the boy who was with them. Kim explained that he was Bak, who was responsible for gathering the materials dropped by the boss. These materials, which were sold for real money, were currently worth between 20 to 35 million won. Kim noted that he understood Hai wouldn't get all of that amount. Bak then asked if Hai had found the film. Hai told him not to worry about it and asked what benefits he would receive. Hai was shocked to learn about streaming and the potential to earn money from it. He instructed Bak to split the earnings 80-20. Kim then handed Hai a note, mentioning that the area would become a maze when he entered the village in the woodlands. Hai didn't understand and discarded the note. They arrived in front of a tree, and Hai instructed Bak to make sure he filmed what was about to happen. Bak was unsure of Hai's plan. Hai then punched the tree with such force that it caused a massive blast, and the boss of the dungeon appeared. Bak's hands trembled as he marveled at Hai's power. Hai cleared a path to the boss with a single hit. Bak continued recording as Hai leapt and struck the boss with his slipper, causing it to fall and be defeated. The scene shifts to Wu, who asks Sin if he had a good look at Hai. Sin confirms that he did and remarks that Hai lived up to the rumors, which was impressive. However, Sin notes that it was relatively easy to figure out how to defeat him. Wu informs Sin that Hai is heading to the swamp in View Dungeon. Sin decides to go there and prepare for Hai's arrival. When Hai arrives at the dungeon, he senses something amiss. He receives a text from Lee reminding him not to forget her warnings about the Aries Guild. Hai wonders why everyone is so concerned about the Aries Guild and reflects that it doesn't make much difference to him. Hai recalls his conversation with Lee, where she asked what he planned to do and whether he intended to confront the Aries Guild. She noted that, based on his abilities as described by Kim, she needn't worry too much and had also seen the video. She advised him to avoid crossing paths with Aries members and to exit the dungeon as soon as possible. Lee then briefed him about the dungeon itself. As Hai dismisses these thoughts, he encounters a man who becomes enraged at his presence. Hai remarks that they are quite boring. They were rude to him initially, but once beaten, they only scream their guild's name in fear. Angered, the man charges at Hai but is quickly defeated. Hai enters the dungeon and faces the boss, a mega alligator. He remembers Lee's warning that the mega alligator could be sold for a substantial amount of money. Hai strikes the alligator with such force that it begins to flee. He grabs its tail, swings it around, and throws it into a rock. Despite this, the alligator is not defeated and charges at Hai again. Sin watches the confrontation from a distance. As Hai prepares to finish the battle, he realizes his legs are suddenly bound by chains. Hai barely managed to dodge the attack and caused the alligator to fall into the water. He wondered about the mysterious chain that had bound him. Sin appeared and explained that it was a magic chain, specifically designed to be effective against him. Sin asked who had sent him and remarked that he was surprised to see Hai revolving the alligator and defeating the twin-headed ogre boss with a single hit. However, Sin pointed out that Hai wouldn't be able to move easily while bound by the chain. Hai attempted to break free, but the chain held firm. Sin explained that it was a magic chain, and that breaking it would require magic. To do that, Hai would need to be more powerful than an A-grade hunter. Since Hai had left the tower recently, he lacked the necessary magic and was thus in trouble. Sin told Hai to find a way to escape the chains. He then attacked Hai with a knife and used a skill against him. As the smoke cleared, Hai remained calm and asked if anything had happened. Sin was stunned by this and prepared to attack again. Hai responded by punching Sin, sending him crashing into a nearby tree. Hai stood up and approached Sin, who was trembling. Hai commented that to completely immobilize him, the chains would need to bind his entire body. He demonstrated that he could still move and that the chain had become loose, losing its effectiveness. Hai then picked up the tree and hurled it at the mega alligator. By that means, Hai defeated both Sin and the boss. His status window was upgraded as well. News of Sin's death quickly reached Wu, who was stunned by the report. The girl who delivered the news mentioned that the tree Sin was trapped in had already been swallowed by the swamp, so they couldn't confirm his death. Wu expressed his concern that even a hunter with 2 S-grade stats had been entirely consumed by the monsters. He worried about who could be stronger than Sin. Meanwhile, Hai was lounging on the couch when a system notification appeared, indicating that he had met the minimum requirements. He had 2 hours and 34 minutes left and had received an invitation from the system. Curious about the details, Hai wondered if this invitation would provide more information about the tower. He discovered that the invitation would be valid from midnight. Just then, Kim arrived and asked if Hai had finished dinner. Hai requested Kim to stay for a while. He used his new skill to check Kim's stats, but the numbers remained hidden, causing Hai frustration. As midnight approached, Hai was transferred to a different area. There, he encountered a lady who introduced herself as his assistant, named Av. Av explained that as long as Hai was alive, they would meet regularly. Hai agreed, eager to get answers to his questions and to understand why he had been trapped in the tower for 12 years. He asked her for an explanation. Av inquired what kind of explanation he was looking for. Frustrated, Hai demanded to know why she had called him if she wasn't going to provide answers. Av clarified that she would only answer his questions directly. Hai asked who had imprisoned him in the tutorial tower. Av replied that she could not reveal that information because Hai's status scan level was too low. Hai wondered if his status needed to be higher to obtain such information, and whether he would uncover the identity of his imprisoner once his skills improved. Av remained silent, unable to answer due to his low status level. Hai asked numerous questions, but Av's response was always the same because his level was too low. She could not provide answers. Frustrated, Hai questioned why she had brought him there if she was unwilling to answer his questions. Av reiterated that his low status scan level prevented her from providing detailed answers. She mentioned that the Guardians were those who defended the realm and hinted that there would be more information revealed in due time. Av made it clear that she wouldn't answer any of Hai's important questions at his current status scan level. She explained that he was a temporary guardian for now and that detailed answers would be provided once he officially took on the duties of a guardian. Hai asked how he could become an official guardian. Av told him that in 5 days, a rift would appear near his residence. Deep within that rift, he would find a key that would help him increase his status scan skill. Finding this key would grant him official guardian status. Determined, Hai resolved to do whatever it took to accomplish this. The next day, Hai was having a meal with his 3 friends and brought up the topic of the rift. Kim asked if there was a particular reason for his sudden interest, and hinted at possible impending danger. The scene shifts to Hyuk, who is telling Wu that it wasn't his fault. Hai was simply too strong. He advises Wu to somehow recruit Hai and promises substantial funds in return. He also instructs Wu to find individuals stronger than Hai and warns him to pay attention to the Pado Guild, as their members seem to have been eliminated by masked task forces. Hyuk is deeply concerned that nothing is unfolding as he had planned. The scene then shifts to Hai, where Han presents him with a ring worth 2 billion won, which was discovered in the labyrinth. Hai notes the distinction between a dungeon and a labyrinth, explaining that artifacts are typically found in labyrinths, whereas dungeons yield special resources or magical materials dropped from monsters. Kim elaborates that dungeons are where they gather rare resources or farm magical strings and materials, while treasures found in labyrinths are exceptionally powerful. Han adds that the ring is enchanted, meaning it has higher stats compared to ordinary rings. Hai examines the ring with his skill and concludes that it appears to be of little use. Determined to understand more, he decides to visit the labyrinth himself. Hai hands the ring back to Han, asking if it's truly worth 2 billion won. Following this, Hai decides to order everything on the menu, which shocks the other 3. Han, however, encourages him to eat as much as he wants. Hai then inquires about the rift. The group explains that a rift is a tear in the ground from which numerous monsters continuously emerge. Lee adds that in China, such rifts are referred to as Hell's Gates. Hai dismisses it as no big deal and asks if they have considered what might happen if a rift appeared in their country. The group ponders the question, with Kim suggesting that they could handle C-rank rifts or lower. Lee mentions that while some Korean guilds are prepared to fight, Ares would respond only half-heartedly. Hai advises them to rest for 4 days, sensing that something significant is about to happen. The scene shifts to an airport a few days later. where people begin to feel the ground shaking and wonder if it's an earthquake. Suddenly, a powerful blast disrupts the crowd, and ominous sounds emanate from within the ground. The scene shifts to a dark, ominous area where a man discusses the awakening of something powerful. The head figure, with a tone of challenge, remarks on how capable Hai might prove to be. The scene transitions back to the city, where a rift has opened, unleashing a torrent of monsters that are wreaking havoc. The broadcaster provides updates, warning that the situation is worsening and advising people to evacuate the area. Hunters engage in battle with the monsters but appear increasingly fearful. As a monster attacks one of the hunters, his superior intervenes to protect him, realizing that backup is urgently needed. Despite their efforts, the monsters keep pouring in. The superior spots a particularly massive and strange skeletal monster, and the entire town grows anxious. They face of this overwhelming threat. Amid the chaos, a boy is struck by the skeletal monster and thrown into a car, while the monster closes in on him. With a calm determination, Hai arrives and decisively destroys the skeletal monster's head. Witnesses are left in awe, wondering if Hai could be the advanced player they had heard about. Hai realizes he has a limited amount of time to find the key, so he must hurry. The other hunters are staring at him in confusion. Hai asks them why they are hesitating when monsters are closing in. The group resumes the battle, and Hai remarks on how revolting the situation is, stating that others will arrive soon and that he should assist them first. Hai takes action by using a giant skeleton as a weapon, hurling it at the monsters to kill them. The man leading the group is relieved to see Hai's involvement, believing they can hold off the monsters until reinforcements arrive. He advises the others to stay close to Hai, but Hai insists they continue fighting while he moves on. The man directs everyone to hold their ground and keep battling. Exhausted and overwhelmed, the group struggles against the relentless monsters. When a monster attacks the man, Kim arrives just in time to save him, having joined the battle with his guild. A lightning strike then targets a monster, signaling Lee's arrival with her guild. Finally, Han shows up with his guild, much to the man's relief. The group is grateful for the timely assistance. Lee wonders where Hai has gone, and the man explains that Hai has ventured to the center of the rift. With the reinforcements now present, the battle against the monsters resumes. They were all dominating the battle, pushing back the monsters with impressive skill. Hai assessed the situation and determined that things were now under control. He needed to reach the depths of the rift, but he was surprised to find an unexpected way up. Scanning his surroundings, he noticed a car. Hai ripped the doors off the car and, using them as shields, charged forward to clear a path from the monsters and make a descent into the depths. Feeling he was getting closer, Hai leaped and landed amidst the corpses of the monsters. As he surveyed his surroundings, he saw a climber Crimson Demon approaching him. Sensing that the demon was eager for a fight, Hai prepared to engage. He rushed in to attack, but the Crimson Demon deftly dodged both of Hai's initial strikes and countered, forcing Hai to fall back. Undeterred, the Crimson Demon launched a fierce counterattack, closing in on Hai once more. Hai dodges the attack and kicks the monster, causing it to fall, but the Ragnarok demon quickly gets back up and speaks to someone. Hai struggles to understand what was said and charges in for another attack, but the monster catches his hand. Hai notices some crystals glowing in Ragnarok's hand. The demon uses the crystals to strike at Hai, sending him sprawling. Hai realizes that this monster is stronger and more formidable than he anticipated. Different from the monsters he faced in the tower, he considers using a long-abandoned skill, reflecting on his past training. He recalls that in the tower, martial artists would often achieve enlightenment through intense spiritual training to overcome their trials. Determined, Hai decides to try this skill once more, hoping it might be his last chance. He had initially tried to emulate others, but eventually forged his own path. Although his early attempts had little effect on the monsters, persistent effort eventually led him to defeat them. With these memories in mind, Hai shakes off the nostalgia and focuses on the present. He prepares himself and rushes to deliver a powerful punch to the Ragnarok demon. Hai is pleased that no one witnessed his special move and is satisfied with defeating the monster. He finally obtains the key and observes a drone descending from Ares, who are monitoring the situation from their office. Hugh, upon hearing the news, remarks that Hai is classified as an A-grade hunter. Alice confirms this, noting that it was also stated in Hai's documents. Hugh, frustrated, slams his hand on the table, expressing disbelief at Hai's A-grade status, especially since he hadn't used any magic but was still incredibly powerful. He asks Bion if the data collection is complete, and Bion confirms it is. Hugh insists on finishing the analysis as soon as possible. The next day, at the Hunters Association, a ceremony is underway with Hai, his friends, and other attendees present. Back is streaming the event, and the viewership is high. Everyone is receiving rewards from the association. The man in charge asks Hai if he wants new clothes, but Hai declines, causing the man to become annoyed with his perceived rudeness. Hai, eager to leave, rushes out, further enraging the man. The scene shifts to the Pero Guild's Emperor's Castle, where a girl is enjoying a steam bath while watching footage of Hai. She is intrigued by his abilities and asks for his name. A lady informs her about Hai and suggests investigating his history in detail. A man arrives with an update they have taken control of all the main dungeons in the southern region, but conflicts with local guilds occurred during the process. He regrets to inform them that one of their executives has been kidnapped by Ares. The lady expresses disdain for the situation, noting the executive's unfortunate capture and commenting on how pathetic it is. She insists that if they cannot find their way back on their own, they do not deserve their positions. She stresses the need for immediate action, deeming it shameful that they are struggling to capitalize on dungeons within their own territory. She vows to uphold her commitment. The scene shifts back to Hai and his friends. Lee asks if Hai is aware of how famous he has become. Kim chimes in, noting that they shouldn't laugh about it. Hai is surprised to learn that tabloids have been reporting on him continuously for the past 12 hours. Lee comments that Hai should not have left the ceremony so abruptly after receiving his reward, as all the journalists witnessed his departure. Kim adds that Hai left in a tracksuit and slippers, which only drew more attention. Hai tells his friends that he needs to leave for a while as he has a date. They are shocked, realizing that Hai has other social connections. The friends discuss how it was unwise for Hai to make Ares his enemy, especially since the media is now focusing on him. They speculate about Hai's next move. Han reassures them, saying not to worry, as Hai is unlikely to get into serious trouble. Hai arrives at his assistant, Vi, and asks if his scan status has improved. She confirms that his rank has advanced from the lowest to a low rank. Hai is frustrated and demands to know what has actually improved. Vi explains that while his ability to access information remains similar, he has made significant progress as an official guardian. She will now be able to provide details about tasks, and Hai will be responsible for stopping all climbers attempting to ascend the tower. Hai is unfamiliar with this new responsibility. Vi clarifies that she is referring to the tower consisting of 12 layers, with Earth being the 9th layer. Hai is taken aback by this revelation. Hai reflects on how he only wants to discover who imprisoned him in the tower for 12 years and wonders if that's too much to ask. The situation seems increasingly complicated. Vi reveals that if he doesn't stop the climbers, the 9th layer of the tower will be destroyed, leading to widespread devastation and ultimately ending his life. Hai realizes he must handle this task discreetly. Frustrated by Vi's seemingly foolish demeanor, Hai becomes annoyed. Vi pleads with him not to be angry, emphasizing that she is genuinely trying to help. She explains that he will receive rewards that will increase his value in proportion to his contributions, based on the number of climbers he defeats. Hai asks what level of his scan skill is required to find out who imprisoned him in the tower. Vi responds that it needs to be at a high level. He inquires if stopping climbers will increase his skill level and how many he needs to take down. Vi admits she cannot provide an exact number, but reveals that climbers have ranks. Defeating 5 climbers should be sufficient to reach the high access level needed. Hai asks about the rank of the red goblins with horns. Vi guesses they are likely low-rank climbers. After this, Hai returns home and, sitting alone, reflects on the complexity of the tower's stats. He decides not to dwell on it any longer, as it only seems to complicate matters further. His main goal is straightforward: to find the person who imprisoned him in the tower, which means he needs to eliminate climbers. Hai receives a call from Lee. Upon answering, she tells him he's in trouble and advises him to turn on the news. Hai does so and is shocked to see reports that he has killed a member of the Ares Guild. The news segment features a reporter questioning a man who is providing statements about the incident. The scene shifts to Han's home, where Hai and his 3 friends are sitting together, surrounded by the incessant ringing of phones. Lee remarks on Hai's newfound fame, noting that his escape from the tower after 12 years and recent rift clearing have attracted attention from many countries. However, now he is being accused of murder. Hai asks Lee to remain calm and not to worry too much. Her frustration grows as she feels Hai is acting as though he's still inside the tower. Hai, feeling as though he's being scolded by a wife he doesn't have, questions whether Lee has feelings for him. Lee, visibly annoyed but trying to stay composed, denies it. Hai starts to worry about his own safety. Kim shows Hai the call history of a reporter and trending articles, highlighting how Hai is currently in the spotlight. Hai feels a sense of accomplishment, noting that this is his first time being so prominently featured. However, as Kim presents more articles, Hai realizes that many of them are negative. Han suggests turning off the phones to avoid further stress. Hai asks when the press conference will start. Han replies that it will begin in 30 minutes and reveals that reporters have been invited to the event. Lee is surprised by this news. They discuss whether he has a plan for the conference and if he intends to make a dramatic declaration, such as declaring war against the Ares Guild. Hai, feeling disappointed, asks his friends if they really think of him in such a way. The scene then shifts to the Ares Guild, where Hyuk is informed that everything is proceeding smoothly. Woo asks how the others have responded to the situation. The man reports that Hai is scheduled to hold a press conference around 2 p.m. According to experts, it will be challenging for Hai to escape this predicament. Hyuk believes that whoever strikes first will gain the upper hand and feels it is too late to make amends. He intends to stay one step ahead of Hae, seeing Hai's rising popularity as a potential downfall. Hyuk asks if Hai's press conference will be broadcast live. The man confirms this and reveals that he has already sent people to cover the event. Hyuk expresses his appreciation. At Hai's press conference, journalists question him about the allegations that he attacked members of the Ares Guild and what he thinks of the guild. Hai responds that he is unsure how the conference will unfold but will speak his mind. He candidly expresses his negative feelings about the Ares Guild, which shocks everyone present. When asked if he truly killed a member of the Ares Guild, Hai confirms this and expresses his gratitude to those listening, suggesting they should pay attention to what he has to say. Hai displays a phone, explaining that he doesn't understand why Ares is treating him this way. He clarifies that he had no intention of making any deals with Ares and did not expect their response to be so extreme. Hai then plays a recording of a conversation with Sin, showing a moment when Sin had him chained up. The reporters are stunned to hear the threatening words of an assassin sent by Ares. In the recording, Sin ominously predicts Hai's imminent death. Hai stops the playback. A reporter asks where the recording came from. Hai reveals that it was recorded in the swamp where Sin was killed. He explains that he went there to defeat the boss, and the incident has been distorted by the media. Another reporter questions if Hai is being manipulated or seduced by the Ares company. Hai challenges the reporters to prove the authenticity of the recording, noting that fake recordings are easily created. He acknowledges that such questions were expected, and believes that the date and time of the recording will confirm its validity. However, if they persist, he will reveal that the phone belonged to Sin, who had come to kill him. Hai added that since the phone was locked, he didn't know what was inside. However, they would all find out if he handed it over to the police or the security company. He brought it to show that the assassin had been sent by Ares, so Hai had to fight back to save himself. In the midst of this, the alligator appeared, and Sin was killed. This was because Sin had been willing to kill Hai, but was ultimately killed by the alligator. Hai noted that he was aware of what the Ares organization was, but he hadn't expected them to cause such drama. As he ended the conference and stepped outside, news spread, leading people to wonder if Hai was actually in the right and if the Ares Guild was wrong. Beyond became enraged upon hearing the audio recording. Woo told the media that they wouldn't pass up the chance to criticize Ares. Bayon, fuming, decided he wouldn't leave Hai alone. Hai was having dinner with his friends when Kim asked about the recording. Han and Lee were also surprised. Hai revealed that he had made the recording and that the phone was a decoy. When asked if his statements were also false, Hai denied it, explaining that while the phone wasn't Sin's, the recording was real. They were all quite confused, and then Hai revealed that he had taken a phone from Kim's house. Lee mentioned that he might get caught if the phone ended up with the police. Hai reassured him that he wouldn't get caught and that there wasn't much risk. He expected that the Ares company would come to meet him before he submitted the phone to the police or security company. Hai then told them to back off. Lee remarked that it seemed like Hai was worrying for no reason. Hai asked them to just calm down and enjoy the meal. He wondered about the Ares Guild. They might have won many battles, but they wouldn't win against him. Later, as Hai and Kim were leaving, Hai instructed Kim not to follow him and said he would return home directly. As Hai walked through the streets, he noticed some people approaching sooner than he had anticipated. One man informed him that someone was looking for him. Hai made a jest about their attire and remarked that the Ares Guild wanted to meet him. What if he decided not to go? The man replied that they would take him by force. Hai agreed to fight them, and they prepared to attack. Hai grabbed a vegetable from the ground and readied himself. As they charged at him with their equipment, Hai rushed to confront them. Hai defeated all of his attackers except one, who was begging for mercy. Hai demanded to be taken to where the others were waiting. They arrived at an underground bunker where people were discussing Hai. Hai entered with the remaining man and asked if this was the right place. Inside the building, people heard noises from outside and speculated whether Hai had arrived. They realized the sounds were coming from the elevator and warned their men to be cautious. Hai made his entrance by attacking one of the men and remarked that those people must have spent a lot of money to build such a place. They asked who he was, and Hai replied that he was a Grim Reaper, there to send them to the afterlife. The scene shifted to a room where a girl was tied to a chair. Hyuk was interrogating her, explaining that the Pato Guild had abandoned her. He threatened that she would die if she didn't reveal their weaknesses and other information. If she complied, she would be released. When she remained silent, Hugh ordered his men to take her inside and make her wish she were dead. A man suggested that they might end up killing her. Hugh dismissed this, saying no one cared. Just then, Hai burst in by breaking down the door and asked if they were looking for him. He noticed the girl tied to the chair and commented that it was rude to invite him while they were preoccupied with others. Hugh asked how Hai had managed to get in and where Team 1 was. Hai responded that Team 1 was taking a nap in a back alley and that he had no choice but to deal with them himself. A man charged at Hai, but Hai swiftly kicked him, sending him crashing to the ground. Hai remarked that he had come because they had invited him and asked if they wanted to fight or discuss matters. Hugh assessed that Hai was above A grade, and though the people present were also A+, none could touch Hai. After hearing about Hai's rift incident, Hugh had learned that Hai was actually S rank. Hai addressed Hugh, asking whether they wanted to be beaten or to talk. Though angered, Hugh maintained his composure and agreed to talk. He realized he needed to stay calm to better understand Hai's abilities. Hai proposed discussing compensation for the damage caused by Ares, including sending someone to kill him and creating chaos in the media by spreading fake news about him. He requested 10 billion won and access to some beginner-level dungeons as compensation. A man slammed his fist on the table in frustration. Hai insisted that his demands were reasonable. Hugh considered the financial aspect manageable, but the request for dungeon access was problematic. Granting this would deprive Ares of exclusive access to new hunters. Hai then added an additional demand of 500 million won. Hugh remarked that Hai was quite different from what he had expected. He proposed that Hai join them and promised that Hai would receive whatever he wanted. Hugh argued that working together would be more beneficial than being enemies. Hai, however, remained firm on his demands for compensation and added that the girl should be released as well. He threatened the man, who noted Hai's unwavering confidence. Hai stood up, asking whether they had agreed to the compensation or if they wanted to continue the fight. Later, Hai returned to Kim's home with the girl. Kim, shocked, asked about her presence. Hai explained everything to Kim. He had secured the rights to 4 beginner dungeons, 11 billion won, and the girl as compensation. Kim asked how Hugh had agreed to all of this. Hai explained that Hugh knew what the consequences would be if he refused. Kim inquired why Hai had brought the girl with him. Hai replied that he needed her as a hostage and had some private matters to investigate, so Kim didn't need to worry about it. Kim planned to check on the dungeons, noting that some bosses were regenerating. Hai noticed a tattoo on the girl's hand, which reminded him of the mask he had created while he was obsessed with the mantra. He used the status scan and discovered that the girl was named Rin but found nothing particularly unusual. Hai received news that a new climber had started ascending to the 9th floor and was summoned by AV. Upon arriving, AV informed him that a man was approaching. Hai asked her what she needed to know about him and when he would arrive. As AV began to show him the notification, she was struck by the man and cried, blaming Hai for the incident because his status scan had been inadequate. Hai asked AV what the benefit of her information was if she couldn't provide details about it. AV explained that she had invited him to inform him that the climber currently ascending was stronger than previous ones, and Hai needed to be prepared. She emphasized that he had to learn magic as quickly as possible, otherwise he would be in serious trouble. Hai inquired if the climber's rank was high. AV clarified that if a high-ranking climber had arrived, dealing with him using only magic would be difficult. Such an event would be apocalyptic. Without magic, Hai wouldn't even be able to face the mid-rank climber whose arrival was imminent. Hai asked if she knew where the climber would appear and whether there would be a rift like last time. AV wasn't sure about the rift, but climbers were determined by their specific abilities and backgrounds. Hai realized that this was a mid-rank climber and that she hadn't given him direct information. He then asked why she kept provoking him and questioned if her parents had taught her proper manners. AV responded that her parents had died in a car accident when she was young. She apologized for her behavior. Hai reassured her that it was fine and that it didn't bother him anymore. AV felt that Hai wasn't as bad as she had initially thought. At the Ares Guild, Hai and Lee were setting up a magic circle. Hai instructed Lee not to disclose that it was a scam, while Lee assured him that he would be able to feel the magic, though he currently couldn't. Lee warned Hai not to break the circle, as it had cost 5 billion won. Hai remarked that it seemed he didn't have the capacity to learn magic. Lee noted that she hadn't heard of any hunter struggling so hard to learn magic. Just then, Kim arrived, commenting on how worn out they looked and asking if Hai still couldn't use magic after 4 days. Hai asked if Kim was making fun of him. Kim then revealed that Hai had received some mail and inquired if Hai was starting a guild. Lee was shocked by this news. Hai explained that he had some dungeons to test things out. Lee questioned why he had chosen the name Guardian for his guild. Hai replied that it represented protection. He then asked if the girl he had brought was awake yet and discovered she was still unconscious. Frustrated, Hai decided to wait longer, feeling disheartened by his inability to learn magic and uncertain about his next steps. Lee advised Hai to consult Naka, who could unlock his magic abilities. Naka was the leader of a Japanese guild renowned for their natural skills that helped hunters learn magic. Hai checked and realized he would need to travel to Japan for this. Hai sat down on the magic circle and accidentally broke a line, rendering the circle useless. He apologized to Lee, promising to pay for the damage. Lee and others were frustrated and beat him up for his carelessness. The scene shifted to Naka, who was standing in a city ravaged by destruction. She was being called by people in need of rescue as an attack approached. Naka instructed others to run away and narrowly dodged the attack herself. Her enemy arrived and complimented her on her skillful dodging. Confused, Naka asked who he was. The man introduced himself as the Climber, known as the Devil, though his real name was Cheo. Meanwhile, Hai discovered that a climber had reached the 9th floor in Japan. He asked Kim to arrange a ticket for him to Japan via the airport. As they drove to the airport, Hai thought about the devastation the climber had likely caused and his own inability to learn magic yet. Kim questioned Hai's sudden trip to Japan, noting that he didn't want to bother anyone. Hai replied that something urgent had come up. Kim asked if Hai had a passport. Hai wondered why he would need one and realized he needed to obtain a passport to confront the climber. In the Hunters Association chamber, a man asked Naka how she had survived, given that news had circulated about her death in battle with Cheo. Naka revealed that she had revived herself using an artifact. The man realized that Cheo was exceptionally powerful. After the death of an elite S-rank hunter was reported globally, other hunters ceased coming to aid Japan. Even the strongest hunter, Naka, was unable to confront Cheo, leading others to stay away as well. With no backup, all the other hunters had been defeated, leaving them with no choice but to watch in silence. Meanwhile, Hai stood in front of Cheo. He attempted to use a status scan, but it proved ineffective against climbers. Cheo slashed his sword at Hai, who maneuvered to Cheo's back and asked him to answer his question. Cheo attempted another slash, declaring his name in the process. Although Cheo's strikes were fast, Hai was determined to dodge them. However, he soon noticed that Cheo had already delivered multiple slashes. Hai formulated a strategy to close the distance and prevent Cheo from swinging his sword effectively. Hai finally landed a punch on Cheo, determined not to give him any space. Cheo, intrigued by Hai's persistence, became enraged and demanded to know who Hai was. He boasted that no one from the previous layers had ever stood against him. In the Japan Hunters Association, Kim reported that a rift was set to open at 2 p.m. Naka confirmed this, stating that they were waiting for backup. But everything had happened so quickly, and no one knew how strong Cheo truly was. Kim speculated that Hai had left without informing anyone as soon as they arrived, and wondered if Hai knew why the rift was opening there. Back in the confrontation, Hai continued to dodge Cheo's attacks, trying to understand the nature of Cheo's skills. Cheo revealed that the abilities he was displaying were not his own, but originated from an uncivilized system he referred to. Hai contemplated retreating or trying a different approach. He decided to strike Cheo in the chest, hoping to force him to fall back. Hai used the Emperor's Wrath attack. He wondered if that would be enough, but it didn't make any damage to Cheo, who was standing there unfazed. Cheo remarked on how astounding Hai was and conjured a blue aura portal beside him. He then unleashed a powerful attack on Hai through the portal. Kim thought that Cheo resembled a monster, obliterating everything in his path. Hai's head was near Cheo's leg, and Cheo commented that Hai had clung to his robes the moment he swung his sword and twisted out of the way, though he hadn't managed to dodge every strike. Hai felt electricity coursing through his body and realized that he had acquired magic. He began to feel unwell and retreated to a safe distance. Cheo said to "Let's see if you'll be so lucky the second time." Hai marveled at Cheo's incredible abilities, noting that he had developed all those skills without relying on the system. He wondered if Cheo was the real deal, standing at the pinnacle of military warfare to become one of the most powerful mages. As he got up, Cheo acknowledged Hai's resilience, noting that he had risen without losing his composure. Electric waves crackled around Hai, but he remained undaunted. Cheo pointed out that, in his current state, Hai couldn't hope to defeat him. Yet Cheo's lightning had forced Hai to tap into his own magic. Hai recalled his past, where he had strived to learn martial arts. Despite his efforts, he had lacked the wisdom and means to master his magical channels, which had left him feeling hopeless. However, with newfound determination, he manifested wings and declared that within the 10 seconds Cheo had given him, he had mastered magic. The electricity around him dissipated, replaced by red rays of energy. Hai instructed Cheo to witness what he had learned. He felt a surge of power, gathering all his magic into one concentrated strike. Channeling his energy, he unleashed the Supreme Emperor's divine wrath, defeating Cheo with a single decisive blow. The scene shifts to Pado Castle, where a girl watched Hai's victory over Cheo. She was certain he was her teacher. As she reminisced about her past, she remembered feeling exhausted and surrounded by monsters. At that moment, someone with the skill of a monster had come to her rescue and taught her how to protect herself. She shook off the memory and asked a boy which areas were still remaining. The boy replied that only the Tab Wiyun Guild's dungeon was left. Once they took control of it, they would have dominion over all the dungeons in China. The lady gave him a deadline of 1 month to complete this task. She realized she needed to hurry to meet Hai. Meanwhile, Hai and Kim returned to South Korea, where a crowd of media personnel swarmed them, taking pictures and inquiring about the skills Hai used. Many had thought Hai lacked magic, but he had proven them wrong. The reporters asked if he was aware of an upcoming rift. Hai requested silence and then instructed the media to direct their questions to Kim. As the reporters gathered around Kim, Hai seized the opportunity to slip away and escape the commotion. Hai arrived home, irritated by the media frenzy, confident that Kim would handle their questions. He noticed Rin was awake and seated himself in a chair. Rin bowed, thanking him for saving her. Hai remembered that she was Rin, an executive at the Pado Guild. He then inquired about the tattoo on her shoulder. Rin explained that it was a symbol of her status as an executive at the Pado Guild, and that their guild leader had told her the tattoo signified their existence beneath the sky. Hai asked her to elaborate. Rin said that the guild leader had personally given her the tattoo and explained its meaning. Hai slammed his hand on the table, stating that it was enough. Rin asked if she had done something wrong, but Hai assured her it wasn't her fault. He questioned whether he had made a mistake in the past, likening it to the nonsensical actions he had taken in the tower. He recalled a time when he was practicing martial arts and tried to remember who was responsible for spreading that tattoo. Hai told Rin that when she returned to the Pado Guild, she should inform them not to seek him out again. A few days later, on a news broadcast, the guest was introduced as Hai, whom the host referred to as a hero. Hai's friends were shocked to see him on TV, wondering how he ended up there. Kim explained that Hai had left abruptly, saying he had something to do, but he hadn't revealed what that was. During the broadcast, Hai announced that he was promoting his newly formed guild and invited beginners to join freely. After the broadcast, Kim took Hai to a place filled with stacks of guild membership applications. Lin asked if Hai really needed to go on TV to recruit members. Hai replied that he didn't know how to contact everyone for advertising. There was a mountain of applications for joining the guild, and Kim promised to help Hai sort through them. Han and Lee were assisting Hai, and Han asked why he was forming a guild despite already having a lot on his plate. Hai explained that he wanted to earn money and believed that raiding dungeons was a lucrative way to do so. With a few dungeons under his belt, he was confident he would make even more money. They had already called many hunters to join. When a knight arrived for consideration, he failed the evaluation. The knight, frustrated, demanded to know why he was rejected and inquired if Hai had read his resume. Hai shouted that he had read it and didn't like what he saw, telling the knight to leave. Many hunters waiting outside observed the rejected knight's strength and speculated about the criteria for acceptance. Hai decided that he would approve only those with kind personalities. He recalled his discussion with Av about the importance of such qualities and how her explanations had clarified things for him. Hai was sitting in front of 3 hunters, assessed their decent personalities, and accepted them into the guild. After that, Hai was traveling with Kim, who asked how long the interviews for hunters would take. Hai replied that he had chosen loyal individuals, and the process would last about an hour and a half. They discussed Hai's selection criteria. Kim mentioned that there were only 5,000 S-rank hunters, and those in the top 200 were particularly notable. Hai was surprised to learn the ranking of his friends and inquired why many S-rank hunters had disappeared. Kim explained that most of them had died. Hai asked how such strong individuals could have perished. Kim revealed that ST+ grade aircraft were responsible. Hai realized how challenging it would be to rise in the ranks and how many would fall. He asked if the labyrinth had become a graveyard for S-rank hunters. Kim explained that while the aircraft posed a severe threat, there were always risks of death or survival. He described various tactics hunters might use, many of which Hai found to be unsavory. Upon reaching the swamp, which now belonged to Hai, he told Kim that he would handle the situation there and return after defeating the boss. Hai opened the door to a room and found 2 boys who looked scared. They remembered what Hai had done the last time he was there. Hai informed them that the dungeon now belonged to him and that he was entering it. One of the boys mentioned that the dungeon had not been completely transferred yet, but the others urged Hai to proceed. As Hai entered, a man greeted him. Hai asked if he was from the Ares Guild. The man replied that while the Ares Guild had sent him, he was not directly associated with them. Soon, a crowd of people gathered. The man then asked Hai if he had heard about a group of hunters known as Pandemonium, who were notorious for killing other hunters. Pandemonium was a notorious group of S-rank hunters, ranked in the top 100, and they instilled fear in everyone. Anyone who became their target would not survive. Hai asked Anya if being on the 52nd floor meant she was a skilled mage. She found it amusing and was surprised that Hai remained calm upon learning about her. Hai told her to stop boasting so much. Annoyed, Anya used Mana Bind to restrain him. Hai inquired if she was capable of drawing magic circles. Anya retorted that this was not the time for jokes. Hai expressed his dilemma about whether he should kill them all, noting that her lack of patience had made his decision easier. At that moment, 10 people rushed to attack Hai. The scene shifts to Xi'an, China, in the underground city of the Yan Guild, where Cheon was on his knees with his sword. A girl stood in front of him, expressing disappointment as she had expected more from him. Cheon warned her that if he died, his superiors would come, and asked if she was prepared to handle them alone. The girl gave a sarcastic smile as Cheon attacked her. She easily dodged the blow and remarked that it was a technique unworthy of being used on someone like her. She explained that she had no choice but to act quickly, as she wanted to see her master as soon as possible. She then struck Cheon with extreme overlord's might, causing him to fall and die. She reminded herself that she would soon meet her master. The scene shifts to the Jingjin district's Orang Guild, where Li was astonished to see Hai lifting Anta and stating that he would fix Li's magic circle. Trembling, Anya agreed to help and asked if Hai would let her go once the job was done. Hai promised that he would, but only after she completed the task. Li then asked if Anya was the 52nd S-rank hunter, confirming her identity. Li was shocked to learn that Anta had degraded into a murderer and wondered how such a criminal had ended up there. Hai revealed that the Ares Guild had sent them to kill him. Li inquired if Pandemonium was involved and was stunned to hear that Hai had survived their attack. Li was astonished by Hai's stats, which seemed inconsistent with the claim that he had defeated Pandemonium alone. Hai admitted that his stats were indeed unusual. Hai told Li to make sure Anya was scared, as she would do anything to stay alive. Anya assured him that she would comply. Hai then mentioned that he had a present to deliver and needed to repay a favor, asking Li to keep an eye on Anya while he was gone. After purchasing some items, Hai arrived at the Ares Guild office. The people there were furious and demanded that he leave. Hai pulled out a hammer and declared that he had come with a present. He warned them not to be surprised if people started reporting after being beaten by what he held in his hand. Hai struck some of the attackers, leaving others terrified. He warned them that if they obstructed his path, they would end up like those he had already defeated. The girl contacted Hyuk, informing him that Hai had arrived with a toy hammer. Hyuk was terrified and puzzled by how Hai had managed to get there. Moments later, Hai burst into Hyuk's office, smashing the door. He then confronted Hyuk, questioning why Hyuk had sent those men to kill him if Hyuk wasn't ready to face the consequences. Hyuk was stunned. Even the Pandemonium Guild couldn't handle Hai. Hai demanded additional compensation, specifying 20 billion won. Hyuk reluctantly agreed, and Hai placed the hammer on Hyuk's desk, stating that no matter how many men Hyuk sent after him, Hyuk needed to be prepared with the compensation. Hai suggested that Hyuk should call a hospital if he wanted to survive any longer. With that, Hai left, leaving Hyuk enraged and determined to find a far more powerful solution to deal with Hai. He came up with the idea of traveling to China to recruit a formidable figure, the 5th S-grade hunter known as the Emperor Dragon. Meanwhile, the scene shifted to the 8th floor, where buildings were ablaze. A woman seated on a dragon told a man that he had already lost. However, the man was determined not to give up so easily and intended to continue fighting. As the man rushed at her, the woman descended and unleashed a massive blast that defeated him. She then instructed her companions to move on and enjoy themselves on the next floor. Back in his room, Hai watched news reports about the Ares Guild members being severely injured. Rumors circulated that Hai had arrived with a toy hammer, and there were reports that Hyuk was transferring the dungeons to him. Kim arrived, inquiring if Hai had really sent 47 ambulances to the Ares Guild. Hai responded that he had been watching the news. Kim warned that if the Ares Guild accused him, he could be sent straight to a detention center. Hai explained that he had been initially threatened by the Ares Guild and had only retaliated with a toy hammer, questioning why they were taking the matter so seriously. Kim then asked how many people Hai had sent to the Lord with that toy. Hai told Kim not to worry about it and then received a notification, prompting him to get up. Kim inquired about the notification. Hai explained that it was time for his lecture and that it would be a shame if his pay were docked for being late. Kim asked if this was the lecture requested by Japan, expressing surprise that Hai was willing to participate, given his usual reluctance. Hai revealed that they were paying him 50 million won for the lecture, and he was more than willing to do anything for that much money. Hai was in a dungeon when he received a notification that a new climber had reached the 9th floor. He was in the middle of his lectures, and when others asked if something was wrong, Hai assured them there was no issue. He then proposed to show them how to capture a boss without any weapons and instructed them to follow him. Afterward, he approached AV and asked why his information authority had not been increased. AV revealed that it hadn't been increased, but a small amount had been accumulated, which was why she provided him with the information. They discussed the new climber on the 9th floor, and Hai inquired if the climber was stronger than Cheo. AV confirmed this, and Hai was pleased, anticipating a more challenging opponent. Later, Hai arrived at the Orang Guild by kicking open the door and asked about the status of the magic circle. Lee, irritated by Hai's forceful entry, asked why he was there. Hai replied that he wanted to check if Anya was performing her duties properly. Anya assured him that she was doing her work correctly. Hai then requested that she also draw a teleportation magic circle. Anya agreed to Hai's request, and Lee was surprised to learn that Anya's unique skill was teleportation. She wondered why Anya hadn't used it to escape. Anya explained that she couldn't activate it with her own mana and needed the magic circle's help, so even if she wanted to run, it wasn't possible. Hai discovered that the climber had reached the 9th floor in Germany. When Lee asked where Hai planned to go with the teleportation, he replied, "Germany." The scene then shifted to Germany, where the guild leader and hunters were confronting the climber. They demanded she surrender if she wanted to live. The climber noted their overconfidence. The guildmaster, Schuweiser, questioned whether she had seen their numbers. The head of the German Hunter Association was watching the confrontation on TV. The climber declared that she would not blame them, and then unleashed her dragon, ordering it to attack. Hai, noting the flight time to Germany, urged Anya to expedite the teleportation. Lee checked her phone and reported that a crevasse had appeared in Germany and that they might need backup. Hai mentioned that he had also seen articles about the situation and wondered why things were escalating this way. When Lee asked if he intended to stop the crevasse, Hai agreed. Lee wondered why he always felt compelled to help. Meanwhile, Hai watched a video in which the climber had made a bet if anyone managed to take her down within 24 hours, she would cease her conquest and return quietly. As the climber lady boasted about her intent to destroy the city, claiming no one could defeat her, Chist, the head of the German Hunter Association branch, found himself in a difficult situation. He was in a heated discussion with a man, trying to figure out a solution they didn't yet have. Chist was growing increasingly frustrated when the man received a call. Chist urged him to answer it. Upon taking the call, the man's mood lifted as he received good news. Reinforcements from the Korean hunters were on their way, led by Hai, who had previously defeated Cheo in Japan. The teleportation magic circle was quickly activated, and Hai was transported to Germany. He arrived to find a giant statue and a dragon. Without hesitation, he attacked the moving statue and then turned his attention to the dragon. After dealing with the threats, Hai confronted the climber lady, mocking her and questioning whether she would take responsibility for the damage she had caused to the city. Enraged, she stood up and began to count her steps. Hai sensed something unusual around him. As she counted to 7, Hai prepared to unleash his strongest attack, but struggled to control his mana. In a desperate move, he charged at her. Just as she took her 9th step, he stopped, and she congratulated him. However, she then took her 10th step, resulting in a massive explosion that struck Hai. Hai felt as if his body was about to explode. When the lady's attack finally subsided, it had only cleared a small area, while she revealed that she had destroyed the entire city on the 8th floor with just 5 steps. Hai was stunned by this revelation. The lady then asked if Hai planned to beg for his life or fight to the death. Hai responded firmly that he intended to kill her. She laughed and prepared to attack him with even greater force. Hai felt the weight of her power intensify, and the pain began to resurface. His status display indicated that his durability was at S rank, and he questioned whether he could withstand her next attack. Recalling his powers, Hai activated the Destroyer skill, summoning 4 red aura-clad arms. The lady was taken aback by this display. As she began counting her steps, Hai's one hand reached out and grasped her leg, trying to stop her. Despite her efforts to take one more step, she managed to strike Hai's hand and break free. Determined, she continued her count, but Hai fired a bullet shot at her. She retaliated with fury, delivering a powerful blow and challenging him to endure until the end. As she completed her 5th step, Hai closed in on her, making her visibly anxious. He told her that the situation was worse than before, and then launched an attack with his nullifying fist. The nullifying fist struck the lady with tremendous force, and Hai realized he had defeated her. He was then transported to a room where AV congratulated him on defeating the climber. AV mentioned that she wanted to discuss his promotion with him as soon as possible. Hai agreed, acknowledging her urgency. AV noted that the room appeared larger than usual. She explained that as Hai continued to defeat climbers, the room would change accordingly. Once he reached mid-low tier authority, he would gain the ability to customize the system room merely by imagining it and using the remote button she provided. Hai agreed and transformed the space into the first floor of the tutorial tower, then further customized it into his personal room. AV was surprised by his actions, admitting that she only knew how to use the system but had never seen a room designed by a human, as she had been in that area since her creation. Curious, Hai asked if she ever slept there. AV proceeded to explain the entry skills and define various aspects of the system. Finally, Hai inquired why his power seemed stronger compared to his stats. AV confirmed that it was because he was at a mid-lower tier, which contributed to his enhanced capabilities. AV revealed that a hunter had cast a lock on Hai's stats, preventing them from rising and being visible to others. Despite this lock, Hai would continue to grow stronger. Hai inquired about the difference between his actual and locked stats, but AV couldn't provide specifics due to his low level. Frustrated, Hai asked when high-tier climbers would arrive. The scene then shifted to the Yan Guild in China, where a lady had just defeated the 17th S-grade hunter for failing to meet her expectations. A boy arrived and showed her footage of Hai defeating the climber. The lady watched in amazement as Hai demonstrated his power. Intrigued by his abilities and reminded of her promise to him in the tutorial tower, she resolved to fulfill her vow by meeting him. Back in Germany, Hai received his reward and was offered the opportunity to live there. He was provided with all necessary items for daily use. Han asked about the Sword of Cheo, and Kim explained that Hai had given it to him. Lee then acquired a new magic circle, and items dropped from the murdered hunters. Lee questioned Hai about his motivation for continually defeating these individuals. Hai replied that he aimed to surpass everyone who claimed to be stronger than him. He reflected on his experiences in the tutorial tower. When Lee asked if Hai was concerned about anything, Hai assured him that there was nothing much to worry about. 10 days later, Hai was being interviewed by reporter Hei, who reminded him of his previous conference. She asked about his unique skills, but Hai replied that he did not possess any. After some time, the interview concluded. Following the interview, Hei introduced several martial arts masters. She spoke highly of them, praising their skills and accomplishments. As the praise continued, Hai became increasingly irritated. He took a sword and performed a move that left everyone in awe and fear. He demanded they acknowledge his superiority and stop claiming they were the strongest. After making his point, Hai left and returned to his guild. There, he found Anya working and remarked that he might not recognize her once she started working normally. He said he would treat her like everyone else and asked if she was comfortable with that. She agreed, and he warned her to remain loyal and not to run away. As Hai was about to leave the room, he instructed Gek to call him if she needed any help. Anya pondered whether it was all right to live like this when she received a fax with dungeon transfer documents. She informed Hai about it. At the same time, at the airport, the branch manager of Ares was preparing to make a solo request to the Imperial Guild. Hugh warned him that it would be dangerous, but the branch manager reacted with anger to this advice. Huck reconsidered and realized the manager was not entirely wrong. He thought about Hai and concluded that he would certainly take action against him. The scene then shifted to New York, where Martin, the founder of the Ares Guild, learned that their Korean branch had transferred some dungeons to other guilds. The informant explained that Wu had made some mistakes, which led to this situation. Martin was infuriated, stating that mistakes would only be accepted if they were corrected. He demanded that the dungeons be reclaimed immediately, expressing his frustration with the excuses rather than solutions. Meanwhile, the Korean branch manager arrived in China to meet with his contact. He was deep in thought about the situation when a man wearing a skull mask approached him, saying that the lady was waiting for him. As Sun entered the room, he saw a girl and introduced himself. The lady asked if he wanted to kill someone. Sun agreed, and she inquired about the name of his target. Trembling with fear, he revealed that the person he wanted dead was Hai, the climber who had defeated the German climber. Sun offered her 20% of the Ares Korean branch and 80 trillion won as compensation. The lady was taken aback and questioned whether he was asking her to kill her master. Enraged, she attacked him. Sun wondered why the Imperial Guildmaster referred to Hai as her master and asked her to explain. The lady revealed that she had met Hai inside the tower. Sun pointed out that if she weren't Korean, it was unlikely Hai would be her master. She questioned why he was so certain. Sun explained the various towers and the requirements to enter and complete them. Furious, she attacked him again, accusing him of confusing her about her master. She then revealed that she had cleansed the Korean tutorial tower, having been compelled by her father to go there. Despite Sun's attempts to convince her that Hai could not be her master, she remained enraged and struck him. The scene shifted to AV's room, where Hai had her watching TV. Afterward, AV requested a PlayStation, having seen people playing it on TV. Hai made the PlayStation appear for her. In gratitude, AV hugged him and said she had something important to share. Later, as Hai was with his 3 friends, he wasn't eating, prompting them to ask why. He recalled AV's words about a climber on the 9th floor, noting that some crevasses hadn't disappeared yet after the climbers had been defeated. Han then asked when Hai planned to go to Germany, mentioning that they wanted to tour the country. Hai responded that Germany was in a state of disarray. Lee explained that the situation would be resolved soon, as mage-class hunters were on their way to repair the damage. The conversation then shifted to an upcoming auction, where Kim explained that guild leaders would place bets on hunters. Hai agreed to attend the auction with his friends. He reminded them of the 2 climbers still on the 9th floor, which motivated him to become stronger. They finally decided to go to the auction in Germany in 3 days. The scene shifted to Wu, who was burning documents. He had been concerned that Sun might have faced trouble at the Imperial Guild with his request, but it seemed something had indeed gone wrong. Suddenly, a hunter arrived to attack Wu, but missed his shot. Wu demanded to know why he was targeted. The hunter replied that Wu already knew the reason. Terrified, Wu attempted to flee, but was ultimately killed by the hunter. Another hunter arrived, found Wu dead, and suggested they leave the area. As they walked away, they discussed Hai. The scene then shifted to the auction, where Hai and his friends had arrived. They advised Hai to remove his jersey, noting that it was inappropriate to wear it in public. Hai argued that it was just clothing, and that people wore clothes to cover their bodies. Lee mentioned that there were no S-rank items being auctioned that day. Hai had a crystal in his pocket, which was also an S-rank item. The auction began with an item that sold for 1 billion won. Next, a spear was presented, starting at a price of 3 billion won. Hai decided to step out for a while after learning about the spear, instructing his friends to call him when the auction ended. As Hai stepped outside, someone attacked the guards. When the assailant turned to attack Hai, he managed to dodge the strike. The attacker was quickly joined by others, and they asked if he was Hai. It turned out they were 4 knights, all ranked in the top 30 of the S-rank hunters, assembled to kill him. Hai felt a surge of excitement at the prospect of facing them and exacting his revenge. The scene shifted to Martin, who was concerned that Sun had not been killed. He also pondered the effectiveness of the knights sent to eliminate Hai, viewing it as a test of how well his artifacts performed against Hai. Martin needed to assess their impact and check other related matters. In a certain location, a group of peculiar individuals was discussing the strange events on the 9th floor. The scene shifts to Hai, who had just collected the spoils of war from the auction. They were shocked to find the corpses of hunters outside the auction house. Lin asked Hai if he had learned anything about the assailants. Hai replied that they had all committed suicide, and from the CCTV footage, it was clear that they had cast cognitive implantation magic on themselves. After a brief conversation, Kim left. Hai then took out his belongings to examine what he had and to review all the other items as well. He decided not to leave the Ares Guild. So he went to the Ares Guild and interrogated some people, asking about Sun's whereabouts. When the man didn't know where Sun was, Hai's intimidating presence forced him to reveal that Sun had been missing for 4 days without informing anyone. The man wasn't sure if Sun had gone to China or joined the Imperial Guild. At night, Hai was resting with Kim and inquired about the Imperial Guild. Kim explained that the Imperial Guild had almost monopolized all the dungeons in China, having recently taken control of everything. Kim then explained how the rules for acquiring and ruling over dungeons worked. However, making a contract in China was particularly difficult. The Imperial Guildmaster had restructured the guild to fit perfectly within the new legal framework. Once the laws changed, the Imperial Guild emerged and began expanding its influence. As a result, much of the information about the guild could not be fully trusted, as it was largely based on rumors. Hai reflected on whether he had ever discussed the outside world with his disciple and recalled their conversations. He remembered teaching her how to defend herself and helping her venture outside, while he stayed behind. She had promised him something during that time. He snapped out of his reverie and asked if there was anything else Kim could provide. Kim mentioned that the Imperial Guild was unique, almost like an empire, but that was all he knew, as he hadn't examined the guilds of other countries. Hai decided that he needed to go to China for more specific information. The Imperial Guildmaster reminisced about her time in the tower 4 years ago when she met her master, who had saved her and helped her complete the tower. She felt a surge of happiness knowing she would soon see her master again. The scene shifts to 2 hunters who had killed Sun. They were alarmed to learn that 4 S-grade hunters had been killed by Hai. Concerned for their safety, they decided to remain in their current location for a while longer. They wondered why they had been ordered to kill Sun and were puzzled by Martin's formidable power and apparent lack of weaknesses. As they discussed their situation, they felt the ground shaking and questioned whether it was an earthquake. A man arrived, visibly angry, and demanded to know if they had killed Wu. The hunters explained that they had no choice but to take action, given the circumstances. The next day, the scene shifts to the Ares Guild's B2 training room, where a magic circle was being prepared. Lee asked Hai why he was in such a hurry. Hai reflected on his past, noting that everyone had a dark history. For him, his parents had passed away when he was very young, and he had been sent to the tutorial tower where he was trapped for 12 years. He stopped reminiscing and focused on the present. Lee asked about the magic circle, noting that it seemed to be related to illegal immigration. Hai reassured him that everything was fine, explaining that he planned to go on a vacation to China and take care of Sun while he was there. Afterward, Hai left. Lee felt uncertain about handling the situation on his own, while Anya was frustrated by the excessive workload. Lee decided to ask her something. Hai arrived at the entrance of the Imperial Guild and was taken aback by the imposing giant gate in front of him. He noticed a title written there that reminded him of something he had said inside the tower. The guards, shocked by his presence, immediately took defensive positions and demanded that Hai reveal his identity. Hai considered destroying everything and killing Sun. He attacked, prompting the guards to call for reinforcements. As Hai fought, he noticed that the skull masks worn by the guards were slightly different from his own, and their techniques differed as well. He recalled a girl he had once taught and attacked fiercely. Suddenly, a woman appeared, calling him Master. Hai tried to remember who she was. Overcome with emotion, she asked if he truly was her master. Hai responded that it had been a while since they last met. The lady, overcome with emotion, recalled everything she had done since leaving the tower, all of which had been in service of her master. She knelt before him, explaining that she had waited a long time for this moment and was finally able to bow in his presence. She led him inside to reveal a throne made of gold, which left him astounded. She urged him to sit, but he questioned why he should. She responded that if he didn't like the throne, she would eliminate those who made it. Still in shock, Hai took his place on the throne. He remembered saving her in the tower and realized that her actions were her way of repaying that debt. He tried to speak but found himself at a loss for words. Checking her profile, he discovered her name was Rio and noted her unwavering loyalty, indicating that she was no ordinary human. Hai asked Rio if she knew where Sun was. Rio escorted him to a room where Sun, badly injured and lying on the floor, was begging for help. Hai roused him, and Sun, upon seeing Hai, was shocked. Apologizing profusely, Sun pleaded for Hai to save him. Rio looked on with visible anger at Sun's condition. Hai asked Sun to answer some questions, starting with details about Germany. The scene shifts to an underground bunker in New York, where people were discussing their plans. A man revealed an SST Plus grade artifact that had never been seen in the world before, showcasing its power. Next, we see the Goguryeo Guild's head office in Korea, where Kim, Lee, and Han were seated. They discussed another expedition into the labyrinth, a decision they had yet to make. Kim felt the need to level up his stats sooner or later, as he felt overshadowed by Hai's presence. The scene then moves to the Imperial Guild, where hunters sent by the Ares Guild had been captured. Hai inquired about their condition, and Sun pleaded for his life. Ryo explained the consequences of their escape and described a formidable location where they would be held. Hai instructed that Sun be placed there for 30 days. As Hai prepared to leave, Ryo asked if he would lead her. Hai responded that they could discuss that another time, as he needed to deal with the Ares Guild first. Ryo ordered her hunters to eliminate any Ares Guild members found in their area. Hai met with Av and presented her with the artifact. She was uncertain about its use, explaining that artifacts could be utilized in various ways depending on their floor of origin and how they were created. Hai inquired about the remaining artifacts. Av mentioned that it was difficult to provide more information, but noted that many had become extinct. She explained that climbers had to destroy entire floors to ascend the tower, and showed him a duplicate artifact made by a climber. Hai speculated whether the Ares Guild was responsible and remembered the lady's comment about 2 climbers being on the 9th floor. He then instructed Av to clean up the mess in the room, made the console disappear, and told her he would bring it back the next time he visited. Av was shocked, insisting that she would not make her room messy and demanded the console be returned. The scene shifts to the Imperial Guild in China, where a man arrived to rescue the 2 hunters and Sun. Ryo confronted him, questioning whether he was from the Ares Guild, and, upon confirming this, attacked him in anger. Back in his room, Hai found the 2 hunters waiting for him. He expressed his willingness to meet them and asked why they had come. The 2 hunters attacked Hai, but he dodged their strikes and countered by sending one of them crashing to the ground. As they argued, the second hunter launched an attack, which Hai also repelled. One by one, the hunters came at him, only to be hit by Hai's counterattacks. He then disappeared, surprising one of the hunters with a sudden attack. After a while, Hai appeared more relaxed, which puzzled the hunters. One of them wondered why Hai seemed so calm and took another swing, only to be struck again. The second hunter questioned if the battle was over. Hai appeared behind him, aiming to frighten him. He made the hunter feel as if he were on a roller coaster, implying that the real challenge was about to begin. The next morning, Kim arrived and was shocked by the state of his house. Hai assured him it wasn't his fault. Lee also arrived and was surprised, but they all knew that the Hunter Association would cover the damages. Lee showed a video from outside the building where Hai was seen defeating the two hunters who had invaded. The public response to the video was largely positive. Kim displayed his phone, which was flooded with messages and calls from unknown numbers. He was frustrated, noting that he had only changed his number a month ago. Hai advised Kim to stay calm and mentioned that he was going to Lee's guild to use the magic circle. Hai handed over an SST Plus grade artifact and told Kim to take care of everything. Hai discovered that Martin, the guildmaster of the Ares Guild, was the one who wanted to kill him. Anya prepared the magic circle and confirmed that everything was set. Hai informed her that he would be heading to the main branch of the Ares Guild and gave her a phone to pass on to Lee. Hai was transported to a cave and wondered why he had been brought there. Martin greeted him, and Hai immediately recognized him as the guildmaster of the Ares Guild. They began a conversation about the climber, and when Hai checked Martin's stats, he couldn't find any information, confirming that Martin was indeed a climber. Hai expressed his satisfaction at finally confronting Martin. However, Martin revealed that the cave was already a trap designed specifically for Hai. Hai rushed to attack Martin, but Martin used the area's power to block his assault and pushed him back. Chanting a spell, Martin launched a counterattack. Hai realized he couldn't close the distance between them due to the cave's conditions and noticed that Martin had erected a barrier around himself. Determined to break through, Hai used his power to shatter the barrier. As he prepared to attack again, Martin halted Hai's leg and punched him back. Hai found himself unable to draw on his mana. Martin explained that the room was in a state of mana freeze, rendering Hai's magic useless. Martin admitted that he had been observing Hai for some time and had been searching for the guardian of that floor. Martin recounted Hai's earlier battle, remarking on the noise it had generated. He then displayed his S-grade artifacts, intended for use against Hai. As Hai was struck, Martin warned him not to challenge him further. Hai retreated to a distance, but as he charged to attack Martin's barrier, Martin countered and sent him sprawling. Despite the barrier's breach, Martin praised Hai and decided to demonstrate more of his skills. Martin showcased a formidable sword, describing its prestigious nature before attacking Hai, who was unable to move. Martin employed another weapon, causing significant damage to Hai. After delivering a final slash with a farewell, Martin was surprised to see Hai still alive. Hai inquired about the reason for his attempted assassination. Martin revealed that it was to complete the 9th floor and that climbers only sought the throne. As Hai began to emit a blue aura, Martin was taken aback. Hai thanked him for the information, now understanding how to proceed. Despite his injuries, Hai managed to escape to the room of AV. The first thing Hai did was relocate her room to the first floor of the tutorial tower. Martin, enraged by Hai's escape, noticed a mana thread and realized that Hai must be hiding in a different dimension. Determined to understand how, Martin began investigating. Meanwhile, Hai focused on training and healing himself. AV pondered how beneficial a potion or recovery artifact would be. After completing his training, Hai decided it was time to return. AV suggested devising a good strategy before going back. Hai replied not to worry, as the situation was different this time. Hai returned to face Martin, laughing and apologizing for his earlier departure. Martin, enraged, declared that this would be the end for Hai, who had fled and returned with a bewildering appearance. He launched an assault with his artifacts. Recalling the martial arts he had mastered in the tower, Hai utilized his skills, which he had rigorously practiced for 6 hours in the system room. He managed to block Martin's attacks with these techniques, leaving Martin astonished. Martin then attacked with his sword, taunting Hai, claiming he wouldn't be able to block with his hands. Despite the challenge, Hai deflected the sword strikes and countered with rapid punches, sending Martin reeling. Martin tried to retaliate, but Hai dodged every strike. Enraged, Martin was surrounded by a blue aura, prompting Hai to wonder if it was mana or an artifact. As Martin spoke about the aura, Hai mocked him. Martin attacked with his artifact, but Hai stopped it effortlessly with one hand, leaving Martin in shock. Hai pressed the attack and soon realized he had managed to defeat Martin. As Martin's form began to fade, Hai noticed a pouch that remained behind. Hai picked up the pouch and, upon opening it, found the sword inside. He felt a slight sting from the sword but decided it was time to leave. However, he noticed that his clothes and phone were missing, and he had no idea where he was. A gate suddenly opened, and Martin appeared. Seeing Martin, Hai intimidated him. grabbing the man and demanding his clothes and smartphone back. 3 days later, the media arrived at the Korea branch of the Hunters Association, eager to uncover the identity of the person responsible for assaulting Kim Shi. Hai arrived and announced that he would make a statement before leaving. He presented a recording, revealing that he had discovered who had sent the two hunters to his home, as everyone was already aware. The recording played, and it was clear that Martin was behind the attack. The media questioned if Martin was the Ares Guildmaster. Hai confirmed that he had even more evidence and hoped the Ares Guild would provide an explanation soon so that everyone would understand the full story. After 3 days, the media reported that the branch manager and several reporters had vanished without a trace and had not responded to any inquiries. Hai and his friends watched the news on TV. Lee asked if Hai was suggesting that the missing individuals were in a tower, with Earth being on the 9th floor. They found it hard to believe. Hai reassured them that they shouldn't worry and speculated that their reaction would be similar. Kim commented that Sun had a bad personality. Hai inquired for more details. Lee then questioned if this meant Hai had been stopping the climbers all along. After their conversation, Hai announced that he was leaving, fully healed and ready to go. As he stepped outside, he was surprised to see Ryo waiting for him. He introduced Ryo to his friends. They inquired about the people wearing skull caps accompanying her. Ryo explained that they were her guards and then made them disappear. Han and Kim realized that Ryo was the Imperial Guildmaster, an S-ranked hunter of the 5th tier. Hai was taken aback by this revelation. Ryo then unusually requested that Hai apologize to her. Annoyed, Hai told her to be quiet and hit her. When Kim addressed Ryo by her name, she warned him not to do so. Kim asked about Hai's relationship with her. Hai explained how Ryo had become his disciple, leaving Kim shocked. They continued discussing various matters, and Ryo assured Hai that she would handle the Ares Guild issue. As Hai was about to leave, the Ares Guild sent him a reply. He met with Coward, the co-guildmaster, and demanded all their dungeons and their departure from Korea. Coward was shocked by the request. After some negotiation, Hai agreed to accept 40% of the dungeons, though Coward still hesitated. Finally, Hai left and told Ryo it was time to go home. While Ryo watched, Hai was seen teasing a man in a car, causing the man to become enraged. Ryo then ordered her masked guards to appear. That night, the Imperial Guild guards visited Coward, warning him not to provoke Hai any further, or he risked being killed. Upon returning home, Hai found AV shivering in the cold, as they were situated on the 1st floor of the tutorial tower. Hai suggested she should call him for assistance. AV explained that if Hai entered on his own, she wouldn't call him for 5 days. She mentioned that his stats had improved and provided details about some new skills he had acquired. Afterward, Hai wondered how long it would take to reach a high tier. AV suggested that climbers might have answers to that question. Hai asked if climbers might know more about the tower, and AV confirmed. As Hai prepared to leave, AV requested that he make the PlayStation appear again. He complied, and then departed. Hai and Kim were taken to Gyeonggi-do, Hanam State, where Ryo showed them a newly built house intended for Hai. Kim inspected the house and noted that it was located in a new city. Hai inquired about the cost, and Ryo revealed that it was less than what she had received from him. Hai wondered why she was being so generous. Ryo asked Hai to look inside the house as well. Hai jokingly questioned if she was a pervert, which made Kim angry at Hai for asking. They headed back, and Kim remarked that Ryo seemed like a child. Hai disagreed, noting that she wasn't that much of a child. Hai then inquired if Ryo would return to China. Ryo asked if she was making him uncomfortable, and he agreed to stay there, but requested she not go outside or interfere with his activities. As Ryo left the room, Kim approached and asked if anything was wrong, noting Ryo's thoughtful behavior and her big smile. Hai asked Kim to act as if he hadn't seen anything. Kim then asked when Hai was going to the USA. Hai wondered why, and Kim explained that there was news that Hai had been called by the International Hunters Association for the S-Rank World Ranking evaluation. Hai asked if this meant he would become rich, but Kim clarified that it was an honorable opportunity to be in the top 1%. Hai agreed to go, as he had nothing else planned. A few days later, they arrived in the USA, where Hai was impressed by the vast park belonging to the World Hunter Organization. Ryo asked to be left alone for a while to explore, and Kim introduced Hai to Liam, a member of the Supreme Council. Liam welcomed Hai and then extended his hand to Ryo for a handshake, but she did not reciprocate. Liam asked them to follow him to the evaluation room, where an orb awaited. The orb was used to compare Hai to other hunters who had previously placed their hands on it, determining his rank. Liam asked Hai to place his hand on the orb, and Hai complied. The scene shifts to Lee, who has just finished her work with the hunters of her guild. As she leaves, she feels that she might be overthinking things. She reviews the list of S-rank hunters and wonders if Hai is among them. A few days later, Lee meets with Kim and inquires about his decision to postpone the Labyrinth expedition by 2 weeks. Kim explains that he needs a break. She then asks if Kim is willing to follow Hai. Kim declines, and as Lee is about to leave, Kim asks what kind of gifts a girl might like. The scene then shifts to the Ares Guild, where Coward is frustrated. The share prices of Ares are falling. All the artifacts have disappeared, and the biggest problem is Hai. Just then, the gate opens and Mason arrives. He mentions that he has numerous ties with Martin and has come to help Ares, considering what Martin would think if he returned. Mason instructs Coward to follow his guidance. The scene transitions back to the USA, where Hai is taking his S-rank test. An error is discovered, and Leon wonders what is happening, noting that such a problem has never occurred before. As Kim tried, his rank decreased. Liam noted that such an incident was unprecedented for him. Ryo arrived and suggested moving on, mentioning that Hai was ranked higher than all of them. Hai asked Liam if this situation was a waste of time. Liam asked him to wait, as they were about to hold their reception with a lot of food provided by the association. He was confident that Hai would find his favorite food there as well. After the meal, Hai inquired about a man present at the event. Liam explained that the man was Tank, the third S-rank hunter. Tank's behavior was notably rude, and Hai responded in kind. Kim advised Hai to be cautious, mentioning that Tank had a poor reputation and abused his privileges. Although Tank should have been labeled a murderer, he didn't have any official murder records. Tank continued to be rude to Hai, leading Hai to challenge him to a battle. Tank charged at Hai, but Hai used his power to make Tank stumble. Despite Tank's various attacks, Hai managed to dodge them. Tank managed to land a hit, causing everyone around to start fleeing. However, Hai recovered and surprised Tank. Hai then landed several punches, causing Tank to collapse. Kim commented on Tank's surprising durability, noting that he had withstood Hai's attacks. Hai stood over Tank and wondered if defeating him would elevate his rank to 3rd S rank. Kim was astonished to see that the incident had already spread in the news. The scene shifts to the 1st S-grade hunter, who is meditating when a man arrives to reveal that the 1st S-grade hunter is actually the supreme demon. The man explains how this fact has become known to others. The hunter rises, asserting that he has already proven his mastery of both demonic arts and martial arts. He is now preparing to meet his first teacher. The scene then shifts to Lee, who receives the news that Hai has defeated Tank and Han. Someone asks if she is worried about Hai, but she reassures them that there is no need to worry, as he is incredibly strong. They reminisce about Hai's actions and note that he has made many enemies. Lee then inquires if Kim has become angry with his girlfriend, as he had asked about the gifts. Liam informs Hai that he hopes he likes the accommodation and apologizes for the previous day. Hai responds that it was fine and not to worry about it. Liam reminds Hai of the previous day when, after defeating Tank, all attention was drawn to Hai. He advises Hai to stay at the association. Liam wishes to discuss something further with Hai, and Hai agrees. He leaves Ryo behind and instructs him to wait there. Ryo was left with Kim. Kim thought about her for a moment, then called her and wondered what to discuss. He asked her how she met Hai. Ryo agreed to share the story on one condition. Kim had to tell her what kinds of things Hai liked. When Kim mentioned that Hai liked money, Ryo quickly left. Liam informed Hai that another high-ranking congressman in the association, named Mason, was present. He provided details about Mason and invited Hai to join them. Hai left and headed towards Kim. Upon arrival, he noticed a present and asked Kim if it was meant for someone he knew. Kim told him to ignore it and inquired about his conversation with Liam. Hai explained that Mason had asked him to join, and Kim found it hard to believe that Liam would make such a request. Hai decided to help, but stated that he would avoid politics and only accept rewards, with the ability to teleport at will. He then shared all these details with Kim. The scene shifts to the Ares Guild headquarters, where Mason asks Coward how he is handling those who want to disband the guild. Coward replies that everything is under control, but Mason remains skeptical. Coward reflects on the possibilities and acknowledges that there are still challenges. Mason suggests that Coward might be losing his grip. Coward apologizes, explaining that he has had many responsibilities to manage. Mason then hands Coward a dark, ominous object and says that if Coward helps him, he will show him how to control his guild members. The scene shifts to Tank, who is lying in a hospital bed. Upon waking, he finds Mason standing by his side. Tank comments on how Hai managed to dodge his attack and use such a powerful technique. Then, the 1st rank hunter arrives and notes that Hai possesses the same techniques as he does. It is now their time to move on. 2 days later, Liam discovers that Hai hasn't returned home. Ethan, the 4th-ranked S-grade hunter, asks Liam if he is still waiting for Hai, suggesting that he should give it a rest. Seeing that Hai is still absent, Ethan concludes that Hai isn't going to show up. Riley, the 7th-ranked S-grade hunter, advises Liam to send Hai an email requesting a proper response. Liam responds that Hai is not like the others, so it's best to let it be. At the party, a man informs Liam that the first S-grade hunter is also present along with Tank. They find it unusual that Phantom Soldier, who hadn't shown up since breaking into the top 5, is there. Phantom asks if all the hunters are present. A man replies that he didn't expect Phantom to attend. In response, Phantom grabs the man's head and blows it off. The scene shifts to the Aaron Guild, where Lee informs Hai that she won't be moving the magic circle to a different location, as the current place belongs to her guild. Hai notes that no one is currently using the space, but Lee reveals that she has restricted access to it. Anya mentions that if the magic circle is moved, she would have to start over from scratch. Hai asks her to take her time and agrees with her conditions. Anya bows in gratitude. Lee then asks if Hai has decided on Liam's request. Hai agrees, noting that the magic circle will make it much easier to travel anywhere. Lee questions whether he plans to use it for vacation and to defeat climbers. Hai responds that it will be easy for him whenever he wants. Hai then asks Anya how much time she will need. Just then, they hear a boy screaming from a private room. It turns out to be the boy they captured earlier. As the boy tries to open the gate to enter the room, Lee slaps him and locks the door again. Hai inquires about the reason for relocking him. Lee explains that she was surprised by his actions. The boy, now crying, agrees to reveal everything he knows. Hai considers this a positive development. The scene shifts to Tank and Phantom, who have wreaked havoc at the party, killing several high-ranking S-grade hunters. As Tank prepares to attack Liam, Ethan intervenes to block the attack. Riley, injured, urges Liam to leave. Liam asks why they are causing such destruction. Phantom replies that their goal is to destroy the entire world. Just then, Hai arrives and demands to know what is happening. Phantom then inquires whether Hai was the one who defeated Tank earlier. Ryo explains to Hai that Phantom is the first S-grade hunter in the world. Phantom reveals that he is glad Hai is present, as he intends to kill Hai to advance his own climbing of the tower. He then launches an attack on Hai. Hai blocks the attack and asks if Phantom is a climber. He realizes that while Phantom is not yet a climber, it won't be long before he becomes one, and killing Hai is part of that process. As Phantom's attack lands, Hai dodges and counters. Phantom demands that Hai show his martial arts skills. He throws Hai against the wall, and as Ryo tries to assist, Tank intervenes. The battle between Hai and Phantom continues. Hai feels as if Phantom is treating him as though he were a climber himself. Determined to fight back, Hai starts charging up his power. Phantom senses and calculates Hai's moves. When Hai unleashes his attack, Phantom blocks it with one hand and then kicks Hai, causing him to fall. Phantom comments that Hai hasn't mastered martial arts completely and asserts that he has spent hundreds of years perfecting his skills. Hai wonders if Phantom is human and checks his stats, which seem low for a first-ranked hunter. Phantom explains that his skills are the result of infinite training time, mastering multiple martial arts disciplines, and temporarily transcending his mortal limitations. He warns Hai that if he insists on clinging to his current techniques, Phantom will show him what real fighting skills are. To demonstrate, Phantom manifests 4 additional arms. Hai attempts to dodge Phantom's relentless attacks, but Phantom manages to land multiple blows. Despite the onslaught, Hai remains standing, admiring Phantom's stamina. Hai contemplates whether he should flee, but he fears that Phantom would then target Ryo. Phantom decides it's time to use his full power and end Hai's suffering. He attacks with immense force, but Hai disappears and reappears next to Phantom, delivering a powerful kick that sends Phantom sprawling. Hai begins to retaliate, landing several hits on Phantom. He observes Phantom closely, channeling as much magic as he can and analyzing how Phantom channels his own magic. Hai finds it relatively easy to discern Phantom's true fighting style. Phantom comments that Hai is merely imitating his actions. Hai acknowledges this, but reflects on his past and tells Phantom that it is now time for him to learn. The scene shifts to Liam, who worries that Ryo will not be able to defeat the high-ranking hunters, who are ranked 3rd and 5th. Tank asks Ryo if she will pick up Hai's dead body if Tank leaves her. Ryo responds that she will witness Hai's condition firsthand, but it seems she won't be able to. She realizes that if she lets them live, they will only hinder Hai. The decision is made to kill Ryo. Angered, Ryo kills the 5th-ranked hunter and displays such a terrifying demeanor that Tank becomes visibly frightened. Outside the building, Hai continues to battle Phantom. Hai manages to bring Phantom crashing to the ground. Phantom remarks that it is unusual for someone to achieve such a feat and then transforms into his demonic form. Phantom declares that Hai will no longer be able to copy him. Hai responds that he will indeed be able to do so and summons the lightning spirit. Meanwhile, Ryo overpowers Tank, who asks how she managed to break through his abilities. Ryo replies with a kick, stating that she was referring to martial arts, not special skills. Ryo notices the lightning magic outside and wonders if it is Hai's work. Hai continues his attack on Phantom and begins to feel physical strain. Phantom, unable to believe that he isn't gaining the upper hand, starts to use his dark magic. Hai distances himself and asks Phantom to stop, explaining that it isn't martial arts but rather the manipulation of magic, similar to what Phantom was using earlier. Phantom escalates the battle with his full power, determined to ensure Hai does not survive. Despite the onslaught, Hai survives using his lightning abilities. He prepares to show Phantom some moves as a lesson, having improved his techniques. He challenges Phantom to block his attack and unleashes a lightning counterstrike. Ultimately, Hai defeats Phantom and collapses from exhaustion. Ryo approaches, calling out to him. Hai, though tired, lies there victorious. A robot arrives to observe the scene as well. The scene shifts to a dark area where two individuals are seated, discussing how Hai defeated Phantom and the hidden climber. They reflect on how they had anticipated this outcome but noted that there had been no urgent issues for them to address previously. They acknowledge that evolution is not easy for all living things. The two continue their conversation, elaborating on how Hai eliminated the climber and how the Gundian won't have the opportunity to encounter a high-ranking climber. They mention that the ancient phantasm is currently breaking through the 8th layer. One of them comments that it seems the second man was right and concludes that this could be the end for Hai. The next day at the Guardian Guild, discussions revolve around the fight between Hai and Phantom, as well as the aftermath of the banquet. They review the exact number of hunters who attended the event, how many were killed, injured, or left. The most severely injured will not be able to continue as hunters. A lady mentions that the media is focusing on other aspects of the event. The First Lady inquires if the guild leader has been informed, questioning whether he will respond accordingly. The scene shifts to America, where Hai is admitted to the hospital. Lee inquires about his injuries and expresses her worry about his actions. Hai responds that winning is all that matters to him. Lee then leaves to complete the hospital procedures. Hai finds the after effects of his injuries to be extremely painful. He feels ashamed for having tried to replicate Phantom's techniques without fully understanding them. He recalls a piece of cloth and thinks it might prove useful. After 2 days, he meets with someone, asking if they have the item. She inquires if Phantom left it behind. She checked and told him that he would need to go to the labyrinth to find out more about the cloth. She also informed him of a new skill he had acquired, the ability to read people's minds for 30 seconds, twice a day. Noticing she was hiding something, Hai asked if she was interested in new games. She denied it, and he left. Ryo gave him a strange drink and mentioned that Lee had gone to arrange the magic circle, as she heard Hai would be discharged soon. She also revealed that the media had arrived to speak with him. When Hai finally met with the media, they bombarded him with questions about the banquet. As they crowded around him, Hai pushed some of them aside to create space. John observed Hai's behavior and decided it was time to teach him some manners. He asked if Hai had used the banquet as an opportunity to kill some hunters. Hai responded with a strong reaction, and John concluded that Hai would pay for his previous rudeness. Hai told him to get lost and warned that if John didn't leave within 30 seconds, the interview would be terminated. A few days later, Kim read an article reporting that Hai had politely asked a reporter to leave, which Kim found hard to believe. Hai arrived and mentioned that he was fine but wanted to visit the labyrinth. Kim inquired if Hai needed any artifacts. Hai responded that he wanted to go there with Kim's guild, as he didn't have a map and navigating the labyrinth was challenging. Kim agreed to arrange this after 2 weeks. As they spoke, Hai placed his hand on Ryo's head and thought about a lady he remembered, wondering how she was doing and where she might be. He reflects on his time in the tower, recalling that he had hoped to leave by teaching a student, but that plan didn't work out. There was a girl who had asked him to teach her, and he remembers those moments fondly. Kim discovers news that John has gone missing after resigning as the chief reporter. Kim thinks that Hai wouldn't engage in such behavior. The scene shifts to the Ares Guild's Korea branch, where Coward is contemplating Mason and his hunter team. Following the recent incident, the power dynamics have shifted to Liam. Hai confronts Coward, demanding answers. He instructs Coward to disregard all trivial matters and respond to his questions with a simple yes or no. If Coward has any issues with this, Hai threatens to take 40% of the guild's dungeons. He plays a recording of a man pleading for help and warns Coward that ignoring this issue will only bring more suffering to the Ares Guild. He then asks Coward if he wants to prolong the situation. The scene transitions to Hanam City, where a man informs Ryo that they have successfully taken control of all the guilds in China. Ryo appreciates the update, and the man is taken aback by her reaction and the changes she has shown in just a few months. She seems quite different now. Ryo asks a guard if he has dealt with the reporter. He apologizes, mentioning that someone else was involved in the matter. He then explains what happened. Angered, Ryo demands to know if he discovered who was behind the situation. The guard reveals that he saw a symbol on a table and shows it to Ryo, explaining that it was meant to shift the blame onto them. Ryo orders him to find out who is responsible for that symbol. She then informs the first man that he will also be leaving and she will return when her teacher decides to go to China. Until then, she is leaving everything in the man's hands. The man wonders if she has acknowledged him, but in reality, her thoughts are on Hai. The scene shifts to Kim and Hai, where Lin asks if Hai will be moving into the house built by Ryo and how the negotiations with the Aries Guild went. Hai replies that everything will be settled in 2 weeks and that he has something to do before then. The Aries Guildmaster, Seok, ventures into an A-rank dungeon known as the Cursed Sewers. Zombies are wandering around, and Seok uses his concealment skill to hide, believing he will secure the director's position. Holding a black object in his hand, he searches the ground when Hai suddenly appears. Hae, Seok, and Ryo confront Coward, who is visibly terrified. Hai remarks that it's getting late and Seok pleads with Coward to save him. Hai demands an explanation from Coward. As Coward retreats slightly, Ryo's guards move in to restrain him. Hai's intimidating presence has caused Coward to overreact at a minor injury. Hai tells them to stop and questions how he found out. He then strikes Coward on the head, demanding that he tell everything. Coward reveals that a few days earlier, Mason came to see him. During their conversation, Mason gave something to Coward. Ryo is puzzled as to why Mason would help Coward, especially since Mason has not yet met with Hai. She warns Coward not to lie to them. Coward admits that he found the situation strange and that he had no choice but to follow Mason's orders. The scene shifts to Mason, who is dealing with a man and contemplating how to clear the 9th floor. He reflects on Hai's actions and how Hai alone has caused significant trouble for the Aries Guild. Mason was deep in thought, contemplating many issues, and the results were becoming increasingly apparent. Hai arrived, asking if Mason was satisfied. Mason was shocked to see him there. Hai questioned why AV had said she was merely guessing when she had been correct from the start. He recalled AV's comment that the person involved would be another climber. She had revealed that this climber was closely connected to Phantom. AV advised Hai not to push himself too hard while searching for this person, as his body had not fully recovered. Hai, dismissing these reminders, told Mason that he had been waiting for his body to heal before investigating further and had gathered substantial evidence. When Hai used his stats scan on Mason, he couldn't see Mason's profile but discovered that Mason was also a climber. This revelation prompted Hai to rush at Mason, ready to attack. Hai forces Mason out with a powerful strike, landing several heavy blows. As Hai prepares to attack again, Mason uses his freeze power to halt Hai's advance, leaving Hai momentarily confused. Mason then kicks Hai back, causing him to stumble. Hai, bewildered by the turn of events, watches as Mason opens a book and taunts him, asking if he really thought he could reach this place so easily without Mason's knowledge. Mason reveals his intent to kill Hai himself and introduces the area as his domain, stating that even though Hai is strong, he cannot defeat Mason within this restricted zone. Hai questions whether Mason only uses magic in this restricted area. Mason admits that defeating Hai outside would be impossible, so he deceived Hai to bring him here. Hai inquires about the number of climbers. Mason responds that it won't matter to those who are about to die, though he acknowledges that more climbers are gradually arriving. Hai also asks about the reclimbers. Mason explains that these individuals are referred to as ancient spiritual seat seekers, and he declares that he has revealed enough as a gesture of mercy. Even though Hai was bound by magic, he managed to move, surprising Mason. Hai used his power to free himself, causing Mason to be taken aback. Mason, undeterred, used his own power to launch another attack at Hai. In response, Hai utilized his abilities to protect himself and then leaped high into the air to strike Mason. The resulting blast was immense, but Hai did not receive a notification about Mason's defeat. He wondered if Mason had escaped. Mason, meanwhile, had retreated to a throne where he sat, reflecting that if he hadn't teleported there, he would have been defeated. Although his body was strained from the effort, he assured himself that he would recover. He had a backup plan in place. Just then, a lady arrived and welcomed Mason. The scene shifts to the International Hunters Association, where Hai is sitting with Liam, playing a recording. As Liam listens, he speculates whether Mason is behind the events described and ponders over it. Liam asks why Hai brought the recording and what he hopes to achieve. Hai explains that he intends to leak the recording to the press, which will benefit both him and Liam. Liam agrees, and Hai stands to leave. Before Hai departs, Liam mentions that he saw news of Mason's house being destroyed and asks if Mason is dead. Hai denies it and exits. Meanwhile, Mason informs the lady that he had some work to do, which is why he had to hide for a while as Hai was interfering. The lady then stabs Mason in the chest, expressing her disdain for his ignorance. Mason asks the guards to intervene, but they are under the lady's orders. She tells Mason that he does not truly understand the nature of betrayal. Although she had no intention of killing him initially, as he had helped her financially, Mason's offensive remarks and lack of shame have changed her mind. The lady reveals that the leader of the Illuminati was already chosen and that the organization was originally created to serve this individual. She decides to explain to Mason why he is going to die. Mason was attempting to kill her master. At this revelation, Mason disappears. Hai arrives to meet AV, who confirms that the Keeper of Words has definitely been killed. They discuss various matters, and Hai asks AV if she's interested in trying some new games. AV declines, but requests the popular VR headset she has heard so much about. That night, Hai meets Ryo outside her house and asks where the others are. Ryo explains that they went to make the necessary preparations. They get into a car and head towards the labyrinth. Ryo suggested that they should invite others as well. Hai replied that it wasn't necessary. Then he noticed that the recording of Mason and Hai had been shared, prompting him to take his work more seriously. In the labyrinth, he had just killed a goblin and wondered how many more there were. Ryo asked if she could handle the rest. Hai declined and said he would take care of them himself. He used his power to attack the remaining goblins. Hai's friends, Lee and Han, were also present. Lee and Han commented on how amazing Hai was. Bak thanked Hai for bringing him along and noted that he would film everything. The live stream was going very well. Kim, upon checking, found that Bak was quite popular. Hai expressed his determination to move forward. Bak informed them that they were already on the 14th floor and asked if Hai had taken a nap. Hai inquired if Ryo knew how to read a map, but Ryo turned away without answering. Bak assured Hai that he knew how to read a map. Hai mentioned that if Bak returned, that would be all he would be paid for. Bak then invited Hai to follow him. The scene shifts to the castle of Natron, where a man was holding another captive. A girl, who considered Hai her master, arrived and asked if they were willing to kill her master. The man who was tied up appeared frightened upon hearing this. The girl then administered an electric shock to the boy, who cried out and begged to be released, insisting that he hadn't done anything. She accused him of lying, and the man noticed a stamp on her dress. The scene shifts to the ACC staff lounge from some time ago, where the man was discussing Hai as a hero with his colleague. They also debated about Phantom, arguing over both individuals. He stopped reminiscing about it, and the girl asked if he remembered the conversation. The man inquired why she was gathering that information. She replied that it was because she was a disciple of Hai. The scene shifts to Hai, who was holding something resembling a sword, and stated that he was going to inspect his dungeon. Ryo asked where he was headed, and Hai replied that he was also going to meet someone. Upon reaching the labyrinth, Hai discovered that the equipment he had brought did not come with him. He then spotted Cheo nearby. The scene shifts to the 8th layer, where the Monkey King was playfully taunting a dragon, questioning if it was truly a guardian. The dragon asked how such power was possible. The Monkey King expressed his disappointment, and then launched an attack on the dragon. The scene returns to Hiei and Cheo. Cheo asked how Hiei recognized the place. Hai was surprised to learn that Cheo recognized him, although his reaction was different from what Hai expected. Cheo then inquired how Hai had come to this phantom world, and if he had died as well. Hai questioned why he would have to die there and told Cheo to stop talking nonsense. Cheo ignored him, prompting Hai to remind Cheo of his request to teach him martial arts. Cheo refused. Despite Hai's repeated requests, Cheo continued to decline, questioning whether Hai was the same person who had boasted about not needing a teacher and relying on his own inferior techniques. Enraged, Hai demanded to know if Cheo wanted to see how skilled he had become. Cheo responded that his own magic had become even stronger. Moving in front of Hai, Cheo assured him that he wouldn't kill him. Hai charged to attack, and Cheo noticed that Hai had become faster than before, but he managed to push Hai back. Hai was shocked to find that he hadn't seen Cheo's attack. Cheo asked if he wanted to continue. Hai launched another attack at Cheo, but once again Cheo blocked it. Hai commented on this, and Cheo revealed that his power had been restricted previously because he was a climber stuck in that form, so he hadn't unleashed his full strength. He then shared more about himself. Hai finally understood what Cheo had been trying to convey. With a sense of boredom, Cheo agreed to teach Hai martial arts. He drew his sword and told Hai to kill him if he wanted to learn. As they discussed this, Cheo slashed his sword at Hai. Kim learns that Hai disappeared after touching Cheo's sword. Kim Siag feels as if Ryo is acting like an abandoned puppy and asks why he's looking at her that way. Kim thinks Ryo's personality will change once Hai is no longer around. He notices guards sticking to the ceiling before vanishing and reflects on his desire to relax at home, deciding he will leave as soon as his apartment is rebuilt. Meanwhile, Ryo discovers the pouch that Hai brought with him. The pouch speaks to her, revealing that it knows she can hear its voice. Ryo finds this strange, and the pouch tells her she will be able to use Hai's powers. The voice is that of Yagyo, who introduces herself to Ryo. The scene shifts back to Haie, who continues to battle Cheo. Haie asks for some martial arts tips, but Cheo tells him that he won't die there. Cheo reveals that he has already killed Haie 100 times, and then asks if Haie wants to retreat or continue fighting. Haie realizes that he cannot defeat Cheo and reflects on his past battles, unable to find a way to overcome him. Haie retreats to a distance and again asks Cheo not to think of himself as the only one who matters. He then focuses his energy and rushes to attack Cheo. Cheo, finding the situation annoying, slashes his sword at Haie. Haie's wounds regenerate, and Cheo notices that Haie continues to attack immediately upon revival. Although Cheo has killed Haie around 700 times, Haie persists, determined not to give up. As he continues to fight, Haie reflects on his past. Haie continues to fight Cheo and is killed repeatedly. Despite this, he persists, and Cheo reflects on the phantom world where no one dies. Cheo begins to see Haie as more arrogant than he initially thought. Gradually, Cheo kills Haie around 2,000 times. However, Cheo senses a change in Haie, reminiscent of when he became a climber. Finally, on his 2995th attempt, Haie manages to kill Cheo. The scene shifts to the Monkey King, where he meets with the lion. They begin arguing about the dragon. The Monkey King then inquires about the white elephant and the ping. The lion responds that they are running late. When they arrive, the lion asks if there have been any problems. The white elephant reports that the west and the east have been completely wiped out. The Monkey King mocks their performance, noting that it took them 5 months to complete one region. They then reminisce about their pasts. The area starts to shake, and the Monkey King suggests making a plan before climbing the tower. He then enters a portal. The scene shifts to Kim, who receives an emergency call from a government official. The official asks if Kim knows Haie's whereabouts and informs him that a disaster is imminent in 3 hours, and they need Haie's help. The battle between Haie and Cheo continued, and time seemed to stand still in that world. Haie discovered that Cheo's kicks were a diversion. After a while, Cheo realized that Haie had died 5,000 times. Cheo observed that Haie was about to use his power at a different level. Cheo wondered how a human could endure such relentless deaths without rest. After being killed 3,200 times, Cheo also began using lightning in their battle. As they continued to fight, Cheo reflected on his battles with many people, noting that Haie was unlike anyone he had faced before. Haie seemed incapable of giving up, which began to earn Cheo's respect. Cheo started teaching Haie while they battled, pushing him to his limits. Eventually, Haie reached the final stage of understanding. The scene then shifts to the International Hunter Association, where they are anxiously awaiting a disaster that is expected to strike in just 10 minutes. The situation is predicted to escalate quickly, affecting Korea and several other countries. Liam reports that while Haie is alone, the disaster is occurring in multiple locations, and he inquires about the situation in other countries. Liam was deeply concerned about the situation. Kim informed his friends that Haie was no longer in their world and had been absent for a month. Given the current circumstances, they couldn't afford to wait for Haie any longer. They had to deal with the disaster on their own. He then turned to Ryo and asked her what she planned to do. Haie continued battling Cheo and kept losing. Eventually, he transformed into a monster, having mastered the martial art. Black wings and an orb appeared behind Haie, confirming his newfound power. As Haie prepared to kick Cheo, Cheo closed his eyes, anticipating the attack. However, when he opened them, he found that Haie had not struck. Cheo asked Haie for the reason. Haie replied that a student should not kill their teacher. Cheo inquired when he had become Haie's teacher, and then told Haie to leave, stating that he would not rest because of him. Haie thanked Cheo and departed. Cheo reflected that it hadn't been too bad. The scene shifted to Montana, United States, where the Monkey King emerged from a portal. Riley ordered his forces to use fire against him. The Monkey King remarked on the grand welcome he was receiving and suggested that his clones would be sufficient to destroy them, but his opinion had changed. Riley instructed his team to get into position as they prepared their plan. The Monkey King passed by Riley, taunting her before launching his attack. The scene then moved to Bangkok, where Peng was destroying the city, commenting on how uncivilized it was. Haie arrived and asked Peng who he was. Peng, enraged, attacked Haie. Haie inquired if Peng was a climber. As Haie assessed the situation, he realized he was in Thailand, but wondered why Peng was there. Meanwhile, in Uijeongbu, Korea, Lee was severely injured. As the lion prepared to attack Han, Ryo intervened to counter him. However, with a single hug, the lion knocked Ryo down as well. Haie approached AV to inquire about the climbers who had appeared around the world. She explained that it had been a long time since any had appeared. Haie asked if 4 climbers had appeared simultaneously. AV denied it, saying it was merely a coincidence. She then provided details about the situation and identified the 4 climbers. Hai asked if anyone was countering the other 3 climbers. He realized that while his initial question about appearing in Thailand was relevant, it wasn't the main issue. Hai inquired if killing one climber would make the others disappear as well. AV confirmed that it would. He then asked where the leader was. AV informed him that the leader was in America. Hai considered traveling to America to confront the leader, but also worried about the situation of his friends. The scene shifted to Korea, where Kim and the others were badly injured. Kim wondered where Hai was and questioned why he was focused on Hai when they needed to handle their own situation. He reflected on their apparent weakness and their inability to deal with the threats themselves. Rio managed to get up and wondered why her martial arts were ineffective against the lion. She remembered Hai's training and questioned if her lack of progress made her weak. She lamented that she had never considered improving herself before. The lion was preparing to attack Rio. The pouch, which was with Rio, offered her help and extended its power to her. However, Rio declined, recalling her teacher's lesson that great power always comes at a great cost. The pouch then asked if Rio was afraid to use that power. Despite her hesitation, Rio accepted the Divine Queen's power from the pouch. With her newfound strength, she managed to force the lion's mouth open wider. The lion, surprised, asked who Rio was. She took a few steps forward, but the lion didn't move a muscle. Meanwhile, Lee, Kim, and Han decided to leave the scene. Rio completed her 10 steps and prepared to attack with her full power. The scene then shifted to Mexico City, where the white elephant was destroying the city. The white elephant was immobilized and heard a voice. Another disciple of Hai approached the white elephant and inquired if she had gone a bit overboard. The white elephant asked what the disciple had done to her. The disciple revealed that she had recently discovered a powerful skill from a book belonging to Mason. The disciple continued, stating that it was merely a simple test and that she had no interest in hearing anything from the monster who had destroyed a city. She thanked the white elephant for the trial. The white elephant, now worried, asked who she was. The disciple revealed herself as a shadow assassin and suggested they test the effectiveness of the Keeper of Words abilities. The scene shifted to Lee, who found herself admitted to a hospital. Shocked by her situation, she inquired why she was there. A man sitting nearby informed her that Kim had brought them to the hospital and then left with his injuries. Lee, still in disbelief, tried to call Kim, but he didn't answer. Kim, feeling disappointed, had no choice but to escape. Just then, someone approached him. The scene then moved to Montana, where the Monkey King sensed something was wrong. He decided to use his 300 clones to clear the 9th layer, reasoning that each clone was stronger than a low-rank climber. However, all of them were destroyed in an instant. Hai arrived and attacked the Monkey King, sending him crashing to the ground. The Monkey King retaliated with his stick and demanded to know who Hai was. Hai mocked him, comparing him to a zookeeper taking care of the zoo animals. Hai discovered that 2 climbers had been defeated. Although he didn't know how they had been defeated, his focus remained on continuing his training. As he prepared to attack the Monkey King struck with his stick, creating a massive blast. Pleased with his attack, the Monkey King was surprised when Hai grabbed his leg and sent him crashing to the ground once more. Hai taunted the Monkey King, questioning if this was the best a high-rank climber could do. The Monkey King retaliated with another attack, but Hai easily dodged it. The Monkey King wondered where Hai had come from and realized that defeating him would not be easy. Hai asked if the Monkey King was scared. In response, the Monkey King unleashed his full-power strike attack. Hai matched the Monkey King's power with his own, causing the Monkey King to feel fear. Liam watched the fight intently. The Monkey King continued attacking Hai, who questioned whether these attacks would be effective. Eventually, Hai countered with a powerful strike. Following that, he unleashed Asura's Flare Blast. The Monkey King was shocked to see Hai expanding his magic, but somehow he managed to survive the attack. The Monkey King wondered if he would truly be defeated by Hai. As Hai mocked him, the Monkey King grew furious and created a multitude of clones. They all attacked Hai simultaneously, resulting in a massive explosion. The Monkey King wondered what had happened to Hai, but Hai was effortlessly flying above the chaos. Hai recalled the training Cheo had given him and then struck the Monkey King with a destructive strike. Hai realized he had defeated the Monkey King. He felt his body light and his magic flowing smoothly, managing to defeat the monster without injury this time. He remembered that after killing the previous climber, he had been hospitalized for a few days, but now he saw the results of his rigorous training. Hai took the Monkey King's stick, intending to read its description later, and decided he needed to find a working place. He believed he was heading in the right direction to reach the International Hunters Association. Settling on the stick, he flew away. Hai arrived at the International Hunters Association and expressed his gratitude for the outfit Liam had provided. Liam was curious about how Hai had defeated the Monkey King. When Hai arrived, Liam had assumed he was a climber. Liam noted that Korea had not been as devastated compared to other countries and had a request for Hai. Returning to Kim, Hai was asked how he had gone from Thailand to the United States. Hai explained that he had run and swum to get there, which shocked Kim. Lee then came in and confronted Kim, telling him that Hai was in a helpless state. She was angry with Kim for leaving her behind the previous day. Kim replied that he felt he was too weak. Lee asked if Kim was referring to the lion, the climber, but Kim clarified that he was thinking of the Supreme Dragon. He resolved to become stronger to help others. Lee acknowledged Kim's determination to improve and decided it was good that he wanted to get stronger. Hai recalled Cheo's words and mentioned he would recharge the labyrinth and then give it to Kim. Lee informed them that she would be discharged the following day. Afterwards, they inquired about Hai's strength following his time in the Phantom World. Hai replied that he hadn't checked his stats recently, and upon examination, he didn't notice many significant changes. However, he did find something interesting, so he went to AV and gave her everything she wanted. AV informed him that as his skill level increased, the size of the room had also expanded, and she now had a gaming room as well. Hai then asked why his status showed his age as 118 years. AV explained that this was due to the fact that he had been beaten up for 100 years, and there was no error in the status. Hai inquired if she had discovered anything new about the tower. AV confirmed she knew about the tower's creator, but she could only say that the creator was, indeed, the creator. Hai was frustrated by this vague information and expressed his disappointment, indicating that he hadn't expected much from her. AV requested 7 days to provide more details about the creator, and Hai agreed. After Hai returned to typing, AV mentioned the pouch that had given her the power. Hai was intrigued by this revelation and noticed that Ryo seemed worried about whether Hai would be angry with her. However, Hai appreciated Ryo's actions, acknowledging that she had saved many lives. Ryo, feeling relieved and happy, thanked Hai. At the International Hunters Association, Atele asked Liam if the property was located in the state of Montana. Liam reminded Atele that, despite his lack of popularity, he was quite wealthy and mentioned that Hai had saved Montana from a disaster. Atele inquired if the Eclipse Guild hadn't been of any help. He then decided to speak with Hai privately and make the necessary arrangements. When Hai arrived, he asked what Atele wanted to discuss. Hai reminded Atele that he had left the Monkey King's staff with Liam as a formality. Atele introduced himself, but Hai asked him not to repeat his introduction since he had already heard it. Hai also asked if Atele was proposing a secret deal and sensed that Atele might be claiming ownership of the staff. Feeling compelled to act, Hai attacked Atele. Despite Atele's warnings, Hai continued to beat him. Hai asserted that he had earned a lot as a hunter and assured Liam that he had not killed Atele, so there was no need to worry. Hai then demanded the return of his staff. The next day, Evan got into a car and the man asked what the boss had said. Evan replied that the boss wanted to spread rumors about Hai. The man and Evan discussed how to handle the situation, and the man felt that he had received nothing in return for his help. They all decided to remain loyal to their leader and to their organization, the Illumity. The scene shifts to Kim, who observes the source of the Great Calamity's power, as revealed by Hai. He reflects on how Mexico is in the process of rebuilding after the recent destruction. Anya was working on a magic circle in the open area of the house that Ryo had prepared for Hai. Hai told Ryo that he needed to double-check some things. He then gave a brief explanation about the pouch and the climbers. Hai handed a red stone to Ryo, showing his trust in her, which made her very happy. Anya completed the magic circle, and Hai asked Ryo to wait there until he returned. When Kim inquired about Hai's destination, Hai mentioned that he was going to pay his respects to Cheo. Upon arriving in Mexico, Hai found the place still in ruins and saw no signs of activity. A man approached, saying he had been waiting for Hai and offered to escort him to their leader. Hai noticed the emblem on the man's clothing. Kim was at his apartment, contemplating Cheo's sword. Though it had not been long since his apartment was rebuilt, he was already preparing to leave. He then entered the Phantom World. Cheo asked who Kim was. Kim was surprised to see Cheo there and wondered if Hai had mentioned Cheo to him. Deciding not to rely on Hai, Kim expressed his desire to learn martial arts. Cheo questioned why people from Earth were beginning to come there and asked if Kim knew Hai. When Kim confirmed this, Cheo's anger flared, blaming Hai for causing problems. Cheo then told Kim to leave, stating that he wouldn't be able to learn anything there. Kim persisted, asking to be taught because he wanted to grow stronger to protect others. He vowed to keep bothering Cheo until he agreed. Cheo, noting that Kim was as troublesome as Hai, set the same condition for him: defeat Cheo to learn the martial art. Cheo attacked Kim with great speed, killing him instantly. The scene shifts to Hai, who asked the man if he did not want to meet their leader. The man replied that he would return and await further instructions, but suggested it would be beneficial for Hai to meet their leader in person. Hai agreed, reflecting on many things as he prepared for the meeting. The man escorted Hai to an elevator that led to their base. Hai was impressed by the elaborate decor and the stunning view he had from there. As the elevator doors opened, a large number of men bowed, and a girl stepped forward to welcome Hai, referring to him as master. Hai recognized her as Naren, his second student, who had asked him to teach her martial arts after he saved her in the tower. She felt more like a companion than a student. Hai remembered that she had left the tower, saying she would prepare everything outside for him. He learned that Naren had killed Mason before Mason could do anything to him, and she had also built the underground fortress he had wanted. Naren explained that she had prepared everything she had promised him before leaving the tutorial tower. When Hai asked if she had really prepared all these things, he recalled their previous conversation and the requests he had made. He stopped reminiscing and wondered if she had truly done all this for him. Naren assured him that she had done everything possible from her side. Hai realized that she was no ordinary person. Hai asked Naren about her plans after killing Mason and taking the book, particularly what she intended to do with her powers. She began recalling her actions and decided that she would use all her power to serve him. Hai realized that Naren had also killed another climber and had used that location to test her magic. Naren explained that since he wanted to buy a town and build whatever he desired, she had arranged the necessary funds. It was now time to execute his plan. Hai inquired why she had not come to meet him earlier. Naren responded that she needed to prepare everything before meeting him and had been managing the media to prevent any negative news about him from spreading. Hai decided to return and promised to check on her preparations later. Naren offered to escort him outside. As they reached the magic circle, Hai asked why she had followed him this far. Naren replied that she wanted to stay with him and would leave her organization in the hands of a trusted person. Hai instructed her to stand in the center so he could use his magic. The scene then shifts to Ryo, who was holding the red gem in which Yagyo was captured. Yagyo called Ryo several times, and Ryo replied that she was considering the conditions Yagyo had proposed, as well as thinking about Haie. Ryo then asked Yagyo to repeat her offer. They had an extensive conversation about it. Eventually, Hai arrived with Naren holding his hand. Ryo was shocked to see Naren and demanded to know who she was, asking Naren to step away from Hai. Hai introduced them to each other. Naren, acting playfully, teased Ryo by holding Hai's hand. Ryo decided to accept all of Yagyo's conditions. Yagyo inquired about the sudden change. Ryo explained that she felt she wouldn't grow stronger in the future. Hai then went to see AV and found the place in disarray. He asked if she had found anything. When her response was unsatisfactory, he insisted she stop what she was doing. AV asked him to wait, and explained that she hadn't been able to locate the creator of the tutorial tower due to limited access to the scans. However, she had discovered a place where artifacts might be found, which could potentially lead to the creator's location. Standing in front of a door, Lee considered going inside because she had forgotten something, but she hesitated. Outside Ryo's house, Ryo and Naren were engaged in a battle, proving themselves as Hai's first students. When Lee arrived, she asked Hai to stop them. Hai responded that those two wouldn't listen to him. Lee insisted that he should at least try. As Ryo and Naren continued their fight, Hai intervened and struck them both to make them collapse. He told them they were causing too much damage, reminding them that he had only permitted a battle. Hai instructed them to go inside and reflect on their actions until he returned. Lee asked Hai about Naren, becoming emotional upon learning that Hai had another disciple. She felt that things were spiraling out of control. Hai then approached AV, inquiring about the location of the artifacts. AV informed him that they were in the 8th layer, Dimension 35. She explained the details of the dimensions and the artifacts. Hai admitted he didn't fully understand, and asked if he could enter the 8th layer. AV confirmed this and showed him a list of artifacts that would lead him to the one he sought. She assured him that it wouldn't take long to obtain all of them, as she already knew the locations of 2. AV provided Hai with the locations of 2 artifacts. Meanwhile, Ryo and Naren were discussing the skull on Naren's shoulder, which Hai had given her as a gift. Ryo pointed out that Hai had also gifted her martial arts training. Their argument continued until Hai arrived. Hai wondered if he had made a mistake bringing Naren, as it seemed unlikely that they would get along well. He then told them that he had a task for both of them. They agreed to undertake it. Hai explained the details of the task, and Naren asked if there was anything else. Hai said no, and the two of them left. The scene shifts to Montana, United States, where a man was angrily speaking on the phone, insisting he would pay whatever was demanded. The other party informed him that it was impossible for him to meet the demands. Frustrated and enraged, the man smashed his phone. A boy then approached him, announcing that there was a guest. The man replied that he had no meeting scheduled for that day. The boy warned him to get up, and as the man did, a sidewall was breached, and he was attacked. When the fog cleared, the man found Hai standing before him. Angrily, the man demanded to know why Hai had come. Hai accused him of various wrongdoings, including harassment, bribery, and rigging actions. The man denied all these accusations. Hai listed several media outlets, such as TV stations, newspapers, and ONTV, implying that the man was involved with them. He handed the list to the man for review. The man asked how Hai had learned about all this. Hai inquired if Evan was responsible. Evan confirmed that he was indeed the one who gathered the information. He then presented a list of guilds that the man had contacted in an attempt to defame Hai, similar to the tactics used by the Ares Guild. The man became visibly frightened. Hai stated that he wanted to expose the man publicly but acknowledged that this would be too harsh. Instead, he proposed a deal. The man would provide an artifact from his collection. Hai suggested that this might be the cleanest solution to the problem. The scene shifted to Quan, where Ryo arrived and demanded the compass of the blind. In her anger, she slammed the table. Quan, frightened, agreed to provide the compass within 3 days. Ryo insisted on receiving it within 3 hours. Quan rushed to retrieve the item, and Ryo assigned one of her guards to follow Quan. As Hai returned to AV, she was shocked to see that he had managed everything in just 2 days. He reminded her that while Noreen had arrived in only an hour, Ryo had taken much longer. AV began working with the artifacts and created a new item, noting that the description of the item had also changed. After concluding their discussion, Hai ventured deep into the labyrinth and realized he still had a long way to go. He recalled instructing Ryo and Noreen to stay behind to guard the place, as he wasn't sure if any emergencies might arise while he was away. Noreen asked Hai to take her with him, leaving Ryo to protect the location. They started arguing once again. Hai ignored their bickering, continued battling goblins, and soon felt he was nearing the labyrinth's exit. The scene shifted to Lee, who was speaking with Anya. Lee mentioned that she had advised Hai to inform them before heading into the labyrinth, but he had left without a word. Lee offered coffee to Anya. Anya then asked if Lee knew when Kim would return. Lee was taken aback by this question. In the 8th layer and the 35th dimension of the Altante Empire, a man engaged in battle with Swill, who was eventually killed by him. As one of Swill's friends tried to rise, the man slashed again, striking him down. Before he could land another blow, Hai enlarged the Monkey King's staff and crushed the man with it. He wondered if the staff would reach the sky's exit and received a notification for defeating a climber. Curious about the Altante Empire's location, he realized he had finally arrived. Knights approached him, inquiring about his identity. The scene shifts to Kim, who was struck by Chio and told that he had died approximately 1,000 times and was now effectively a zombie. Despite this, Kim continued to rise and fight back. Chio remarked that Kim had lost all potential and suggested he return. Reflecting on the past, Kim struck himself and vowed not to leave until he had learned what he needed. They resumed their battle. Meanwhile, Lee was enjoying coffee with Anya and inquired about her thoughts on dungeon management. Anya responded that it was straightforward, thanks to Lee's help. They then discussed the frequent arguments between Noreen and Ryo. Hai arrived at the castle and was reminded by the knights of his previous conversation, which they relayed to the king. Hai was referred to as the hero of the kingdom. The king expressed his excitement to meet the person who had saved their country. Hai considered whether he should follow their etiquette, but realized he was unfamiliar with it. The king continued to express his gratitude and informed Hai that they could not give him the truth or the artifact he sought, as it served as a guardian for their empire. The retainers would likely oppose its release. However, the king mentioned that if Hai managed to resolve the situation, they might reconsider. Frustrated by the delay and the urgency of his mission, Hai's anger flared. He shattered the floor in his frustration and questioned if the king had lost his senses. A brief explanation was given about mystical creatures, which are known for their vast magical energy and abilities. After 1,800 years of waitings, a fox became a mystical creature as well. He attempted to reach the 9th floor, unsuccessful. The scene shifts to the intense battle between Naren and Ryo, which was proving to be very challenging. As the fox observed the battle from a distance, she considered fleeing. When Ryo and Naren noticed the fox, they both rushed to attack her. The scene then moves to Hai, where the king questioned his impatience. Hai responded that he believed he had only spoken the truth. He mentioned his ability to read minds and described how, as he approached the king, a knight intervened. With a single touch, Hai shattered the knight's sword, further fueling his rage. Ultimately, Hai obtained the truth or artifact. He instructed Swill to perform a show of skill, questioning whether Swill was following him. Swill apologized for his previous rudeness. Hai dismissed his concerns, handed something to Swill, and then left. The scene shifts to Kim and Cheo, where Kim is lying down, exhausted. Cheo reveals that Hai is still battling him in the same position, but Kim is unable to match Hai's strength. Kim mentions that he is making progress, noting that this marks his 100,000th death. Cheo acknowledges Kim's determination, albeit foolish, and offers to teach him a technique from Cheonmyeong swordsmanship, specifically its first law. The scene transitions to a labyrinth where a man and a woman are hastening through, remaining vigilant against the skeletons they encounter. While they converse, the skeletons launch an attack. The man, seeing a new and more powerful threat approaching from behind, urges the woman to leave with him. Just as they are about to retreat, Hai arrives and intervenes, dispatching the skeletons. Upon seeing the two figures, Hai feels a surge of excitement, realizing that he has finally reached the 9th layer. When Hai arrived, he observed the progress Nareen and Ryo had made over the past 2 weeks and learned about the fox they had encountered. Ryo and Naren were arguing over who would catch her. Hai inquired about how they had managed to capture the fox. As they resumed their bickering, Hai pressed Ryo for details. He learned that they had located and captured the fox with assistance from the International Hunters Association. Ryo mentioned there had been some difficulties along the way. Hai remarked that the issues weren't significant and questioned why they hadn't disposed of the fox. The fox pleaded for her life, explaining that she was powerless without her energy orb and posed no threat. Hai was surprised to see a climber begging for mercy. He asked Naren and Ryo why they had decided to spare her. They began blaming each other, each claiming the other had prevented them from finishing her off. Their argument escalated, prompting Hai to wonder if they had spent so much time squabbling over who would kill the fox that neither had taken action. Hai told the fox that if she wanted to live, she needed to provide him with all the information about the tower. Reluctantly, the fox began divulging what she knew, while Hai observed the ongoing fight between Ryo and Nareen. Hai inquired if climbers needed achievements to ascend the tower. The fox confirmed this and explained the reasons behind it. Hai then asked her to share everything she knew. She requested that he spare her life, asserting that she hadn't done anything wrong. Hai replied that he would consider her request later, or if she preferred, he could kill her immediately. She declined the latter option and asked him to think it over. The scene shifts to a dark area where two individuals discuss Hai's impending discovery of the truth. They expressed concern that this would indicate the presence of an irregular in the tower, which could be problematic. The boss agreed and expressed curiosity about how far an irregular might go. Back with Hai, he showed AV the orb of truth while they enjoyed some snacks. They discussed their findings, and Hai realized he needed to collect 5 more items. AV informed him that a single person possessed all these items and presented a photo of the man, an elderly individual Hai had encountered earlier. Cheo told Kim that he was starting to get the hang of things. Kim replied that it was because of Cheo's guidance. Cheo mentioned that he hadn't accepted Kim as his student, so he asked Kim to leave. Kim agreed and departed. Cheo felt pleased, noting that Kim was more polite than Hai. Kim arrived at a location and discovered some knights lying around, with climber CJ nearby. CJ attacked Kim and taunted him, saying he should be lucky to be killed by CJ. However, Kim fought back. As he battled, Kim recalled all the lessons he had learned from Cheo. Hai received a notification that a climber had been killed and was shocked to see this, given he had come to Italy to defeat the climber himself. He wondered who could have killed the climber, especially since Ryo and Naren were supposed to be there. Hai noticed a large crowd gathering around Kim and jumped in to find out what was happening. He saw a giant hole in the ground. At Kim's house, Kim explained everything to Hai and shared that he had spent a lot of time mastering the technique. Hai was frustrated, knowing that he had to keep dying to learn that skill. They then talked about their respective teachers, and after a while, Hai asked if they were referring to the same person. Kim confirmed, and Hai suggested they change the subject. Kim then asked who the tied-up figure was. Hai explained that she was a climber, prompting Kim to question why he hadn't killed her, given the danger of leaving her there. The fox, now pleading for her life, begged not to be killed. Hai suggested having fox soup for dinner, causing the fox to fall silent. Hai then shared that he thought it would be amusing to keep a fox as a pet, but revealed that he had obtained valuable information from her. However, her power was depleted, and he wouldn't leave her behind. Naren and Ryo arrived with a pouch. Kim asked who the other lady was. Hai revealed that Naren was his second disciple, leaving Kim shocked. The scene then shifted to a rainy location where a boy sat wearing a hat. A man approached and informed him that he had been instructed not to use the achievement there. The man also mentioned that he had earned the Azure Dragon as a reward. The boy responded that the man should go to the 9th floor, where there was an irregular that needed to be dealt with. The man inquired if he had to handle the irregular at that time. The boy replied that if the man succeeded, their leader would reward him. The man agreed and asked to inform the leader that he would take care of the irregular. Hai observed the one-tailed fox and remarked on how cute it seemed, feeling pleased. He wondered if the fox was accustomed to this situation. Noticing a lock mark on her hand, he speculated that someone intended to enslave people, and he was partially amused by the advantage he could take from this. Still, he was curious about the true nature of the situation. Hai recalled the other climbers and decided to ask the fox why she had climbed the tower. Meanwhile, Lee arrived to learn magic and began her training. She saw the nine-tailed fox, who then transformed into her human form. Lee asked the fox to teach her extensively, and the fox agreed, starting to instruct Lee on magic and various other topics. Hai noted that as Kim made progress, Lee also wanted to become stronger. Later, Hai returned to AV and inquired why she hadn't been playing games recently. AV explained that she had been occupied with research. She then performed some spells on the Orb of Truth, which increased its cooldown by 100%. After explaining how she used the orb, Hai asked if it functioned similarly to the internet or something else. Hai then asked the orb to reveal who had locked him in the tutorial tower. However, the orb failed to show anything. Frustrated, Hai struck it, wondering why it wasn't functioning. AV advised him not to treat it as if it were just a machine. Angered, Hai grabbed the orb and suddenly found himself transported to a different location. Confused about where AV had gone and where he was, he heard a voice saying that it wouldn't be speaking with him for long. Hai saw a shadowy figure and inquired about its identity and what was happening. The figure, appearing to be a creature, mentioned that having a productive conversation would be difficult under these circumstances, but it would provide Hai with some information. It then revealed details about the tutorial tower, and, when Hai asked who had locked him inside, the creature admitted to having done so and challenged Hai to find him. As the creature began to disappear, Hai rushed to follow it. Moments later, he opened his eyes to find himself back in AV's room, where she asked if he was all right. Hai asked AV what she had been thinking when she raised her hand. She explained that she had been shocked to find him unconscious. Hai wondered if his mind had been transported to that strange place. He considered using the orb again, but realized it would take approximately 6,399 more years to activate. Hai acknowledged that he had a pressing issue to address, and was determined to find and confront the person who had locked him inside. He instructed AV to investigate the creator and contact him as soon as she had any information. As Hai was about to leave, AV warned him to leave immediately because one of the Conquerors was descending to the 9th layer. The Conqueror, who had received the Azure Dragon's achievement, was known for his destructive tendencies. He was furious and decided to eliminate everyone there, regardless of who the irregular might be. He summoned a storm, striking buildings with lightning, leaving everyone in shock. People watched the chaos unfold on their phones, bewildered by the hunter's lack of response. John, the man responsible for the destruction, gave the irregular 1 hour to confront him and warned not to cause trouble for others. The stream ended and went viral, reaching the International Hunters Association. Despite the widespread attention, they chose not to intervene, as one of their own hunters had gone missing, leaving them feeling powerless. Liam wondered why the world hadn't been destroyed earlier and why they all continued to live. He trusted that Hai would address the situation. John, bored despite it being only 10 minutes, decided to end everything quickly. Just then, he noticed Hai appearing and felt a surge of happiness. Hai, however, told him to stop showing off and kicked him. When John dodged the attack, Hai found himself at some distance from him. Hai warned John not to play around and drew a massive weapon, one that would be difficult for John to avoid. Hai attacked and then checked on John. John called him an irregular, prompting Hai to ask for clarification. John began explaining a series of things that Hai struggled to comprehend. Hai inquired about the situation with the climbers, leading to an argument between the two. John criticized Hai for being rude and acting like a commoner, asking if Hai hadn't read the classics. Hai responded that he wasn't familiar with such highbrow material and that it wasn't his fault. He had worked hard since he was young and hadn't completed his schooling properly. John then inquired about Hai's parents. Hai replied that they had died in an accident. He then leaped to attack Jian, warning him to take a good look at people before messing with them. The attack forced Jian to fall back some distance, and he vowed to make sure he would kill Hai slowly. Hai continued his assault on Jian. After a while, Jian created 3 copies of himself, intending to attack Hai simultaneously. As they all charged at him, Hai leaped into the air, causing all 4 versions of Jian to strike each other. Jian threatened to use Taoist magic against Hai. A magic circle appeared behind Hai, and chains emerged to bind him. Jian then summoned 2 dragons and asked if Hai liked them. The dragons struck Hai, causing a massive explosion. Jian believed it would be the end for Hai, but he was surprised to find Hai still standing, having used his lightning skill to protect himself. Hai showcased his resilience by using the Supreme Emperor's Wrath to slam Jian. Despite this, Jian continued to attack with his copies, but Hai countered by unleashing a lightning strike that dispelled the illusions. Hai confronted Jian, asking if he thought the same technique would work twice. He then punched Jian into the air. Jian wondered how he could lose to an irregular and decided he would no longer hold back. Hai inspected a nearby destroyed building when suddenly, numerous copies of Jian appeared. Hai realized that Jian hadn't been defeated or was attempting to confuse him. Jian spoke of a monstrous serpent that had eventually transformed into a dragon. Hai understood that Jian was trying to disrupt his concentration, so he focused on protecting himself. Hai continued to block the attacks from Jian's copies while Jian persistently talked about the dragon, which was slowly evolving into the Azure Dragon. Hai took a severe hit and was on the verge of falling. Hai charged forward, attacking Jian with intense speed but felt the damage from his own strikes. Jian confidently declared that Hai would not defeat him. Hai questioned whether Jian truly believed he could become a dragon by merging with it. Suddenly, Jian landed several powerful blows on Hai. Hai realized he couldn't reach Jian, even though he had channeled his thunder techniques to their maximum capacity. Jian taunted Hai, saying there had been 31 opportunities where he could have easily killed him and reminded him that the fight wouldn't be easy. He then created sparks in the air and asked if Hai could do the same. Rain began to fall, and Hai noticed that the raindrops contained lightning and were more potent than before, making it difficult for him to strike Jian in the storm. He spun his sword to shield himself from the raindrops. Jian attacked again, causing Hai to fall. Jian then summoned the blue dragon to strike Hai once more. When Hai managed to stand, he found himself in a completely different area and was shocked by the change. He wondered where all the girls had gone and why his bruises had vanished, making him question if he had died. At that moment, the Monkey King appeared and told him that he had made the snake defeat him. Hai asked what this place was. He discovered it resembled an imaginary world. The Monkey King explained that Hai would still need to endure the dragon's attack once he returned. Hai inquired if the Monkey King had summoned him to lend some of his powers. The Monkey King denied this, saying he had brought Hai here merely for his own amusement. Both Hai and the Monkey King became frustrated with each other. After a moment, the Monkey King offered to help if Hai begged. Hai refused the offer, stating he didn't need the Monkey King's assistance. He explained how he had mastered martial arts and other skills on his own and wanted to see if he could defeat Jian through his own efforts. Reluctantly, the Monkey King handed over the snake. Hai thanked him and returned to confront Jian. Jian sensed something was amiss as Hai reappeared with newfound strength. Hai swiftly destroyed Jian's blue dragon, leaving Jian in shock. Hai had managed to accomplish this with the aid of the Monkey King's power. While resting in the imaginary world, the Monkey King pondered why he had chosen to grant Hai his power. He thought Hai's moves were impressive, but wondered if they were ultimately futile. In the imaginary world, there was no one to battle or interact with. Back in the real world, Hai attacked Jian, who began to suspect the source of Hai's newfound strength. Hai recalled the Monkey King's advice about observing and executing tricks, reminiscent of a con man's schemes. Hai destroyed Jian's magic circle first, which infuriated Jian. Jian rushed to attack Hai, but Hai blocked the attack and countered with his own. Hai noticed that the lightning no longer flowed through his body after Jian's attack. He charged at Jian and taunted him about his sword techniques, mocking Jian while landing numerous blows. Hai enjoyed taunting Jian, feeling superior and commenting on how strong he appeared compared to Jian. Jian, enraged, declared that he would definitely kill Hai. As the rain began again, Jian explained that it was the power of the blue dragon and claimed Hai wouldn't be able to dodge its attacks. Hai, however, prepared to rise to the challenge of the blue dragon's power. Hai declared that he had a few killer moves of his own. At that moment, Jian was unable to move his body, and Hai's attack struck him with devastating force, ultimately defeating Jian. Hai, exhausted, collapsed as the time limit expired, and it felt as though the imaginary world had come to an end. He looked at the blue dragon orb in his hand and noticed a multitude of strange notifications on his screen. He decided to ask AV about it later since he was currently unable to move. Hai hoped someone would come to rescue him. 3 days later, Naren arrived and inquired if they were ready to return home. Hai asked where Ryo was, to which Naren replied that Ryo was busy at that time. Hai remarked that, as the guildmaster, Ryo should make it a point to visit his guild office at least once a week. After all, it was a guild he had founded, and it deserved his attention. Hai then got into the car with Naren, and they began their journey. Naren thought to herself that she was finally alone with him. Naren decided to make the most of their time together and had instructed the driver to take their time getting to their destination, hoping to have a meaningful conversation with Hai. However, Hai informed her that he needed to go somewhere and would return shortly. Naren was taken aback by this announcement, and before she could respond, Hai vanished from the scene. The driver asked if they should proceed as planned. Naren instructed him not to take them home, but to drive around the area instead. She thought about making the most of their time together, as if it were a date. Meanwhile, Hai showed the blue dragon orb to AV, who was puzzled by it and couldn't make much sense of it. Hai then inquired about the tower and the creator. AV explained that the tower was located on the upper floors and that further research was needed. She also mentioned that the creator had constructed a different tower apart from the tutorial tower. Although she didn't know the exact location, she promised to find it over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Hai remarked that with the blue dragon's power, he would be able to use the root of evil. After their conversation, Hai returned to the car and looked around, questioning why they hadn't reached their destination yet. Naren denied any issues and offered a fabricated excuse about traffic. After 30 minutes, they exited the car, with Naren happily holding Hai's hand. They arrived at the Guardian Guild and found Anya and Kim engaged in playful flirting. Once things settled down, the group came to understand the situation. Kim revealed that Anya had confessed her feelings for him. Hai inquired if they had taken things too far, but reassured them that Anya wouldn't be an enemy now. He advised them not to get too carried away. Anya then presented Hai with an offer from a world-renowned sports branch. The group discussed the offer, and Nareen also encouraged Hai to consider it. A few days later, Kim held a conference, and after it concluded, Lee praised him for his efforts. Following these events, everyone focused on enhancing their abilities and managing their responsibilities. Lee mentioned that the fox was destined to be cat food, prompting Kim to ask how Lee had come by the fox. During their conversation, Kim began to suspect that the fox might be part human as well. The scene then shifted to Uedo, where Hai was practicing his shooting and wondered why he was striking such a pose. He noticed that Ryo and Naren were standing together, silently observing. After the shooting wrapped up, a man thanked Hai for his work. Hai replied that he wouldn't consider it finished until he was paid, but since changing clothes was a hassle, he might as well wear the outfit again. The man agreed, noting that it was only needed for that day's shoot. Afterwards, Hai headed to his car, feigning exhaustion. Ryo and Nareen were bickering over the seat, each trying to get the other to move. Their argument continued as Hai thought about his plans for the next day, heading to the labyrinth to confront the root of evil and attempt the Blue Dragon achievement. He considered bringing both Ryo and Nareen along. Meanwhile, the man reviewed the photos and found many excellent shots. A guard of Ryo's was standing behind the man. When Hai arrived at the labyrinth, he descended to underground level 14, where he fought monsters using the stick of the Monkey King. He even engaged in conversation about it. After a long discussion, the Monkey King emerged victorious, and Hai realized he should have mentioned this from the start. He thought that although the Monkey King was rude, he wasn't wrong, and decided to give it a try. Hai moved on to underground level 15, wondering how the Monkey King had managed to talk to him all that time. The Monkey King replied that he had simply been too bothered to converse with Hai. Hai faced a giant monster and was instructed to defeat it using only the stick of the Monkey King, without employing any staff techniques. He prepared to start the fight. The scene shifts to Hanam, where Ryo recalls Hai's advice not to waste money on useless things and feels quite upset. A guard arrived and handed an envelope to Ryo. After asking the guard to leave, Ryo opened the envelope and was thrilled to find numerous photos of Hai. Just then, she sensed someone else's presence and asked who was there. Naren appeared before her and explained that she wasn't there to fight, though she would bring her subordinates if necessary. Instead, she wanted to discuss the photos Ryo was holding. Naren produced another envelope and revealed that its contents were different from the ones Ryo had received. She had also requested those photos from the photographer. Naren then asked if Ryo understood why she was there and inquired if she wanted those pictures. The scene shifts to Hai, who is still battling monsters while the Monkey King observes. Despite initial awkwardness, Hai has become adept with the power, impressing the Monkey King with his progress. The Monkey King reflects on how Hai is different from others, and wonders if that's why he's considered a genius. Hai recalls his past training with Cheo and remembers the struggles he faced. He spent nearly 100 years mastering his skills, but with Cheo's help, he learned much more easily. Having defeated all the monsters, Hai felt as though he was simply taking a walk in the park. The results showed Hai had achieved 72%, and the Monkey King confidently predicted he would reach 100%. Kim asked if Hai had to work hard for this, to which the Monkey King agreed and inquired if Hai was planning to use his skills for the Blue Dragon achievement. Hai questioned the reason for this. Hai realized he would be unable to use the Root of Akcheon for the Blue Dragon achievement and felt deceived, even though he had to proceed with filling the gate. Anya arrived and, noticing Hai's poor condition, asked if she had come at a bad time. Hai agreed that it was a good moment, and Anya presented a new offer with more favorable conditions. He realized the offer was for male clothing. Anya assured him that the company would make something that would fit him well, and he found it quite attractive. However, he declined, mentioning that he had numerous sources of income. Naren suggested that taking the offer might be beneficial, noting that it came with several advantages. She emphasized that it was a worthwhile investment. Hai asked Ryo for her opinion, and she agreed with Naren's assessment. Afterward, Hai went to AV's room and found it in disarray with AV asleep. He suggested that she should clean up, but she explained that she had been searching for his things all day and night, which caused her to neglect tidying up. When Hai asked where she had obtained everything, AV replied that she would recreate it as many times as needed. Hai found this intriguing and asked if she had discovered any information. AV confirmed that she had, but it was incomplete. She provided a brief overview of what she had found and admitted that even with her efforts, she hadn't expected to uncover much. Hai was frustrated by this and realized he needed to consult someone else about the tower. Hai approached the Monkey King and asked how long it would take to get from the 9th to the 12th floor. The Monkey King inquired why Hai wanted to know and mentioned that he could only provide limited information due to restrictions. He then asked if Hai was ready to hear what he would reveal. As the Monkey King began explaining, Hai felt overwhelmed and struggled to absorb the information. He felt dizzy and noticed the Monkey King drawing something that his eyes were reluctant to focus on. The Monkey King emphasized the most important and straightforward details. Hai asked if the Monkey King was mocking him. Meanwhile, a figure from the dark area observed the interaction and commented on how Hai was leveraging the Monkey King's assistance. It was impressive that someone created for trials had become irregular and even defeated a competitor in the trial. A boy questioned if the observer intended to abandon Hai. The man responded that Hai had exceeded expectations and expressed curiosity about how far he would go, deciding to give him more time. The Monkey King then revealed that it would take 500 days to achieve the goal, leaving Hai stunned. The Monkey King provided additional information, though some details were still restricted. Hai asked if there was a way to reach the 12th floor faster, noting that he had been stuck on the 9th floor for over a year and had responsibilities to protect. The Monkey King then asked if Hai was familiar with Nimbus clouds. Hai left the conversation and called Anya, instructing her to decline the offer from the clothing company. He wanted to investigate the Nimbus clouds further. He also asked Anya to send him the documents about the exclusive model. Next, Hai informed Ryo and Naren that he needed an artifact and requested their help. Both agreed to assist him. Shortly after, Hai learned that a new climber had reached the 9th floor, which infuriated him. The scene shifts to Oro, who was battling goblins. He eventually reached the entrance to the 9th floor, feeling relieved that he didn't have to worry about surprises or being caught off guard. Upon arriving, Oro was surprised to find Hai already waiting for him. When Oro asked what Hai was doing there, Hai responded that Oro should already know him well. Oro wondered if Hai was a lunatic and moved closer, saying that he was amused by the ridiculous things Hai was doing. Hai asked if Oro was joking and then attacked him, causing him to fall. Oro considered using his power to foresee the future and saw that Hai was going to kill him. Hai remarked that the tables had turned and questioned who was foolish now. After defeating Oro, Hai waited in his room for Ryo and Naren, who arrived with the artifact he had requested. Hai expressed his gratitude and, upon receiving the artifact, prepared to transfer from the location. Meanwhile, Lee watched a video showing Hai in a strange place with Ryo, sharing a kiss. Shocked, she threw her phone and thought about how she had some free time before her meeting. She then came across a story about a master and disciple, realizing it was about Hai and Ryo. Intrigued by the fictional novel, she decided to find out what would happen next. As the door to her room opened, Lee threw her phone in an attempt to attack the person entering, only to find it was Kim. Kim asked if he had done something wrong. Hai was transferred to a forested area where no one else was present. He suspected that Ishan Dae-sung might be nearby. He jumped to search for him but could only see mountains in every direction. Noticing a cave among the peaks, he rushed towards it. Upon entering the cave, Hai discovered a very peculiar place. A man was sitting there and asked why Hai had come. Hai wondered if this man was king of Ishan. Hai asked if the man was related to Ishan. The man inquired about Hai's reason for visiting. Hai explained that he had come to retrieve the Nimbus cloud, which the great sage had left with the man. Before proceeding, the man wanted to know how his brother had been. Hai revealed that after his brother's death, he acquired the Ruyi staff and made a contract with Hai. By that time, all of his brothers had already given up. The man then asked where the Ruyi staff was. Hai replied that he no longer had it because he had used it. He also questioned why only his brother had been climbing the tower alone. The man asked if Hai was familiar with the 7 great sages. He explained that none of these 7 were climbing the tower, except for the Monkey King. When Hai asked about the others, the man said they were living freely in a small space. Hai then asked why they weren't climbing the tower. The man responded that they had revealed the truth. They would never regain the achievements that had been stolen from them. The man paused after sharing a great deal of information. Hai then asked him to give him the Nimbus cloud. The man wondered if Hai intended to take it away. He explained that although the Nimbus cloud was in that place, he could not give Hai his brother's achievement, as it was tied to his brother's unique footprints. He suggested that Hai should follow the same path his brother took to achieve it. The scene shifts to the Dark World, where Ryo and Noreen were studying a world map and discussing the problems they faced. They considered creating a city based on Hai's preferences. Ryo expressed a desire for half of the land, and the two of them chose their respective territories to build the city and planned what they would construct for Hai. Back with Hai, he asked the man what he needed in return. The man requested that Hai learn his brother's Nimbus cloud technique. Hai asked for an explanation of the technique and inquired if he was supposed to learn it on his own. The man agreed, which made Hai very frustrated. The man explained that it would be pointless if Hai made any mistakes. His brother had figured out how to use the technique on his own, and Hai needed to do the same. He encouraged Hai to do his best and pointed out that the Nimbus cloud was the cloud in the sky. With that, the man took a nap, and Hai gazed at the sky, contemplating his next steps. Hai realized that things weren't going as smoothly as he had hoped from the beginning. He reflected on the time he had spent listening to the demon's lightning and trying to reach the clouds. When he finally got to the sky, he discovered that he couldn't ride the cloud. He tried repeatedly, failing many times. He wondered if he should ask the great sage for help, but decided against it. If he wanted to achieve this, he would do it on his own. Eventually, he found a method that worked. The man watched as Hai repeatedly fell but continued trying. At first, Hai had been falling from the sky, but now he was falling from the clouds, which was an improvement. The man pondered why his brother had such hope in Hai. Hai removed his upper clothes, leaving only his underwear, and jumped. Finally, he managed to land on the cloud. As he walked on the cloud, he recalled the mechanisms he needed to understand and navigate the cloud effectively. The man was pleased to see Hai walking on the clouds and gathering the clouds successfully. As Hai came down, the man asked him to put his clothes back on. When Hai dressed, he noticed that he appeared to have aged 10 years. He then inquired about the Nimbus cloud. The man handed him a ring, explaining that he didn't know why it had taken the form of a ring, but it had transformed into one after Hai came down. Hai discovered that he was now able to control the clouds. The man asked Hai to deliver a message to his brother if he was leaving. The scene shifts to the construction of the city, where Ryo and Noreen were arguing about who would better satisfy Hai's needs. Hai arrived at the site to find them still in contention. As Hai witnessed all of this, his anger toward both of them intensified. He approached the Monkey King, who was shocked to see that Hai had mastered the Nimble Nimbus technique. Hai informed the Monkey King that it was he who had requested the technique be brought back. The Monkey King asked why Hai had learned it and whether his brother had taught him how to revive it. Hai explained that the Monkey King's brother had told him that he needed to surpass the Monkey King's own achievements. He also mentioned that there might be other ways to acquire the technique. The Monkey King agreed, but Hai was still furious. He insisted that even with other methods, mastering the Nimble Nimbus technique was essential and that he had learned a lot of other skills during his training. The Monkey King reminded Hai that he had already stated that a contractor was meant to share his achievements with his peers. Hai asked if that meant he could share his achievements with Hai. The Monkey King confirmed this, explaining that this was why Hai was able to use the Nimble Nimbus. Hai, still angry, wondered what this had to do with their current situation. The Monkey King told him that they needed to ascend now. Hai asked if they were supposed to navigate through the labyrinth. The Monkey King questioned how they could use the Nimble Nimbus in such a confined space, and suggested that they would need to follow a specific path. The scene shifts to a strange man who asks a boy why he has come looking for him. The boy replies that he has something to say. The man inquires if it concerns Hai. The boy denies this, and the man then sits correctly on his throne. The boy mentions that it appears the Northern Heavenly Divine Art and some other techniques have been used. The man acknowledges that although they are the last to arrive, it has been some time since he ascended. He then asks why the boy is there. The boy explains that there is something that needs to be addressed. The man shows interest, noting that the boy has never acted without orders before. The boy informs him that an irregular on the 9th floor, referred to as Milk Yahi, has annihilated John. The man reflects that, even after becoming a deity, he has not been able to escape the warrior's influence and refuses to do so. The scene shifts to Hai and the Monkey King, where the Monkey King explains how they will reach the 12th floor in a single day. Hai points out that the Monkey King had previously said it would take 5 days. The Monkey King reveals that it depends on Hai's achievements. Since Hai no longer needs to adhere to the previous time frame, they will proceed quickly without any breaks. Hai then asks if they are using a special path, as the Monkey King had earlier mentioned that only conquerors use it. The Monkey King explains that Hai possesses a travel pass, which appeared after he defeated Jian. Hai wonders if the Monkey King is referring to the Blue Dragon's achievement. The Monkey King confirms this, saying it serves as proof of Hai's status. Hai asks where they are heading next. Hai responds that he first needs to fill up the labyrinth stone gauge, but he will complete it quickly and return as soon as possible to see the others' reactions. The scene shifts back to the strange man and the boy. The man expresses his reluctance to waste effort following someone else's orders. The boy offers a great achievement if the man succeeds, reminding him not to forget his promise. The man then disappears. The boy decides to kill him and reflects on the past, remembering those who were killed by Hai as a climber. He concludes that with nothing more to worry about, the task must be done. After 3 days, Hai was with the Monkey King and asked if they had arrived at the correct location. The Monkey King advised him to check the compass. When Hai did so, it pointed upwards, leading him to ask if they needed to go in that direction. The Monkey King instructed him to hold the dragon's achievement, which would make the path visible. While Hai was holding the dragon's achievement, he became concerned about his disciples. He reassured himself that they would be all right and informed them that he wouldn't be gone for more than 5 days. As Hai held the dragon's achievement, he found himself in a strange place, where someone mentioned the oath he had made and that he would now ascend to the 12th floor swiftly. As he ascended on a cloud, the scene shifted to the Guardian Guild. At the Guardian Guild, Anya observed some troubling matters and informed the man that, unfortunately, they could not accept the proposal. The man insisted that it was something other places could not offer. Anya agreed but mentioned that the leader was no longer considering modeling offers. The man persisted, urging Anya to show the documents to Hai. She agreed to show the documents and thanked the man as he left. Afterward, Anya reviewed the documents and noticed that Hai had become extremely popular. Consequently, the value of the guide was increasing, and she worried that if he continued to gain popularity, she would be inundated with work all day. She saw a large stack of documents and wondered how she would manage them all, dreading the prospect of overtime. Meanwhile, as Hai ascended on the cloud, he remarked that it had been nearly a full day, but they still hadn't reached their destination. The Monkey King clarified that it hadn't been a full day yet. Finding it quite dull, Hai eventually stopped in front of a giant door. The Monkey King instructed him to place the dragon's achievement near the gate. As Hai did so, the gate opened, and the Monkey King announced that they had reached the 12th floor. Hai observed many peculiar paintings on the walls, which didn't concern him in relation to the tower. He then struck the wall with his stick. The Monkey King asked what he was doing, to which Hai replied that if he used the origin, he would be unable to hold on to any artifacts. After that, he left the area. The scene shifts to Lee's guild, where she was working on the magic circle with the help of a fox. The fox was still teaching her how to use it. Lee, excited to see the progress, expressed her enthusiasm. Once the fox completed the instruction, they discovered a great misfortune. Meanwhile, Hai came across a shop and decided to enter. Inside, he found numerous scenario orbs. A man welcomed him and introduced himself as the owner of the establishment, Noah's Place. He revealed that he had called Hai there. Hai asked if he was the one who had imprisoned him in the tutorial tower for 12 years. The man confirmed this, and Hai, enraged, prepared to attack him. The man attempted to defend himself, questioning why Hai was attacking him if they weren't enemies. Hai assured him not to worry, stating that while he wouldn't kill him, he would definitely give him a severe beating. Hai then demanded to know the real reason behind the man's actions and asked to discuss the truth the man was about to reveal. The man referred to Hai as shameless, which only fueled Hai's anger further. Despite being the one who had imprisoned Hai in the tutorial tower for 12 years, the man was now calling him shameless. Hai contemplated giving him another beating. Hai inquired about the reason for his 12-year imprisonment. The man replied that Hai was the most tenacious individual he had ever encountered. He elaborated, explaining that Hai was the 21st regression, a detail Hai did not remember. The man's choice to imprison Hai was influenced by his actions. He then recounted Hai's past actions and mentioned that Hai had also altered the fate of the 9th floor. After reviewing all of Hai's achievements, the man was convinced that Hai was destined to change the tower. The man explained that he chose to imprison Hai due to his actions, and then he began reminiscing about Hai once again. Hai asked him to stop, but the man continued to elaborate on his thoughts. Hai then asked for clarification on what the man meant by changing the tower. The man explained that tower was a misnomer. The structure was originally created by the combined strength of 5 people. He continued to reveal details to Hai, including that a conqueror was descending to the 9th floor. The conqueror was the strange man who couldn't sense Hai and was suspected of hiding his presence. Meanwhile, the strange man stood on a building, surrounded by people taking pictures and police asking him to come down. The man in the shop used his power to freeze the entire area, stating that he would have to create a disturbance to draw the conqueror out. The scene shifts to the Orang Guild, where Lee and Fox learn that a disaster has occurred in Italy at 7 p.m. local time. After causing numerous casualties, the disaster is now moving towards Florence. Fox suggests they refrain from intervening, warning that they would be overwhelmed as soon as they come face to face with it. She notes that Yabi's ice is unlike anything they've encountered before. It feels distinctly unnatural and seems to possess a power beyond the norm. The scene then shifts to Florence, where Ryo and Noreen are engaged in a fierce battle with the man. The man mentions that he has seen climbers like them before when he climbed the tower. Despite their efforts, Ryo and Naren are struggling to keep up with him. The man finds it fascinating that two successors with such power are present on the 9th floor, and he wonders if this is all because of Hai. He expresses a desire to test them both, but with limited time, he plans to end the confrontation quickly. Ryo rushes to attack him, but he vanishes and strikes her from the side. Meanwhile, Hai descends to the 9th floor, puzzled by the situation since he wasn't there. He questions whether he should have instructed his disciples not to challenge the conquerors. Then they finally arrived at the 9th floor, and Hai had to rely on the Blue Dragon's achievement. They reached the northern end and estimated they would be at their destination in 10 minutes. Upon arrival, Hai saw Noreen lying on the ground and the conqueror lifting Ryo. Fueled by anger, Hai rushed forward and took Ryo from the man. The conqueror realized that Hai was an irregularity. He hadn't sensed Hai's presence until just recently, and Hai had appeared almost instantly. The conqueror acknowledged that his successors were so powerful because of Hai. Hai considered whether he should use Nimble Nimbus to extract his disciples from the situation. The Monkey King confirmed that it was possible if that was Hai's desire, so he made arrangements for their escape. The conqueror admired Hai's skills, noting that while Hai's magic power was impressive and sufficient for someone who had entered the tower, Hai had previously killed John with that power. However, he recognized that he was not as weak as John. Hai, now enraged, reassured that there was more to his capabilities than the conqueror had anticipated. Hai looked at the Monkey King and told the man that he was impressed to see him so early. The battle then commenced. The man attacked with ice, remarking that it wasn't very significant. However, Hai activated his red and black wings and shrugged off the attack. He rushed in, delivering a powerful strike that sent the man flying a considerable distance. Hai followed up with a blow from his stick, determined not to let the man escape. The fight continued, and the man commented that the Monkey King's artifacts weren't flying with Hai's cloth. As Hai grew more enraged, he noticed that the mandala was freezing up. The man understood why John had been defeated and, recognizing Hai's strength in pushing him so far, decided to reveal his name. He began to chant a powerful spell. Meanwhile, the creator was worried about the situation. Hai had achieved the status of conqueror because the man had exhausted all his strength trying to trap him in the tower. Although the man could no longer assist Hai directly, the artifacts he had given Hai would be helpful in times of danger. Hai then unleashed the Lightning Spirit Divine Art attack. The man remarked, impressed, that Hai was able to break the ice by calling forth lightning himself. Despite this, Hai realized he had still taken some damage. The man decided it was time to end the battle, declaring they had seen enough of each other's abilities. He launched a direct assault on Hai. Hai attempted to block the attack with his stick but found it increasingly difficult to move. He tried to use some skills, but the man attacked him from behind. The man noted that Hai was holding up well, but his anxious demeanor betrayed his concern. Hai insisted he would continue fighting. The man wondered if Hai could withstand the next attack and pressed forward. During the assault, Hai's armor was frozen solid, signaling the end might be near. However, Hai retaliated with powerful light attacks, hitting the man and asserting that the man wouldn't have been able to land a successful attack if he hadn't spoken. Hai warned him to try his best to stop or face death. Hai then delivered a devastating punch to the man. The man remained standing, and although he hadn't wanted to reveal that side of himself, Hai had forced him to do so. Hai wondered if this was the second achievement. The man confirmed it was the Plague Monarch achievement, and birds surrounding him began to attack Hai. He was surprised that the first achievement hadn't been enough to defeat Hai, but he was confident the second one would be. With no chance of winning, the man decided to leave and told Hai to stay there and become food for his minions. Hai smiled and thanked the man for the information, then revealed that the man was bound by chains. Shocking him, Hai explained that it was a sealing device. As a portal opened, the man was pulled inside. Hai bid him farewell, and the man was finally sealed. Afterward, Hai returned to his normal form, noting the intense muscle pain from borrowing the achievements of others. He checked the time remaining and saw that he had 119 hours left. The ice spirit was expected to be released in roughly 5 days. Hai reflected on how the artifacts had helped him survive and noted that, since he had managed to uncover the man's identity, he would achieve his original objective. The scene shifts to Florence State Hospital, where Ryo has been admitted. As she awakens, she notices a guard standing nearby. She asks the guard to explain everything that happened. After asking him to leave, she wonders about the fate of the climbers. Yagya responds that she sensed Hai's presence but is unsure of what happened afterward. only feeling Hai's magic. Yagyo proceeds to tell Ryo many things and asks if she wants to become stronger. Meanwhile, Naren is dreaming, recalling her last fight. She wonders if she has died, lamenting that she hasn't properly flirt with Hai yet. Just then, a book reveals that she isn't dead and that she was mistaken, but the book itself was wrong. The book reveals itself to be the book command and explains that Naren didn't know him well. He is the one who granted power to Mason and was begging the book command. His true ability is far greater than Mason's, and he discloses that Naren is in the inner world of the book. The book command reveals that, in simple terms, Naren is dreaming and is actually lying in a bed in real time. He proceeds to explain many things and offers to teach her everything if she has even a slight chance of becoming the librarian of the ancient books. Meanwhile, Hai meets with the creator of the tower. The creator mentions that Haie hasn't fully recovered yet. Upon hearing this, the creator comments that the conqueror must be a legendary figure. He then explains the nature of this legendary character and requests that Hai achieve a feat equivalent to the legendary figure's accomplishments. Hai wonders about the achievement, and the man tells him that he was at a significant disadvantage at that time. Hai responds that it's because his achievement wasn't strong enough. The man suggests that Hai should consider different grades of achievements and explains that if Hai wants to defeat the conqueror, he needs to obtain achievements of a similar grade. Hai asks if that is easy to do. The man replies that the Blue Dragon achievement isn't just for show. Hai notices an orb and asks why it's there. The man explains that he permitted Hai to hold it. Hai questions whether the man is sure about this. The man confirms, as he is the creator, and naturally, he was the one who made the system to compress achievements. He asks Hai to wait there for a while. Then, he demonstrates the compatibility and explains everything about it, telling Hai that he only has the Blue Dragon achievement for now. He informs Hai that the preparations for him to gain further achievements are complete, and the rest is up to him. When Hai asks why he needs this, the man explains that he needs to be recognized by the fellow and to be tested in the mission. After that, Hai left, and the creator pondered the upcoming events. He could only buy Hai 3 days and wondered if Hai would be able to achieve his goals within that time. When Hai stood before a dragon, the dragon remarked that he recognized Hai as the mortal from before. The dragon questioned if Hai had fought against the man who used the achievement frivolously while Hai was using the Monkey King's achievement. The Monkey King then interjected, saying not to diminish his status by calling him just a monkey. He was a great sage. The dragon took this opportunity to tease the Monkey King. Hai asked if they knew each other. The dragon admitted that they were not on good terms, with the Monkey King blaming the dragon for their previous conflict. Hai requested that they stop arguing and then asked the dragon to assist him in navigating the situation, as he couldn't see everything clearly. The dragon inquired if Hai intended to fight immediately. Hai replied that they hadn't even discussed the matter yet. The dragon then asked if Hai planned to achieve his goals in the same way the dragon had. Hai responded that he didn't have enough time for such a method. The dragon then mentioned 2 additional points. Finally, Hai agreed to the recognition and asked what he needed to do. The dragon instructed him to fight, with no external help allowed. He must rely solely on his own strength. Hai understood that he would not be using any items. Hai first approached the Monkey King and asked if the dragon was on the same level as the Great Sage. The dragon replied that he was stronger than them. Hai mentioned that he had defeated the Great Sage in the tower. The dragon then set the challenge. Hai had to withstand the dragon's attacks for 5 minutes. Hai wondered if he really had to endure such a test. After some discussion, the dragon gave the signal to begin. Hai charged forward and attacked using the Lightning Spirit Divine Art. The scene shifted to the man who was sealed by Hai. Unable to break the chains or use his powers, he saw a countdown timer and, enraged, told Hai to wait until he was free.